We're in. Right. Welcome. We are Liches and Witches, your Monday evening dose of live play role-playing games. Whereas we're normally playing D&D on a Monday night, today we have something slightly different planned. As it's Halloween, we decided to do something special. So we're playing a different game from the great mind of Grant Howitt, who also did, I think, Honey Heist as well.
He did do Honey Heist.
And we're playing Crash Pandas.
Whee!
With a slight setting twist. So, if you've not heard this crazy ass game before, not to worry. Short and simple of it is this. The guys here, so we've got Jay and Tony. Wave to the many cameras, Tony. Welcome.
It's Tony's first time at Liches and Witches and he's nervous.
There are so many cameras. So, the guys here are about to get themselves entered into a street race, which they must win to get their prize and back home to LA. Ooh. However, you're a bunch of raccoons. Critical Role have famously done a version of this, which I highly recommend watching afterwards. First, you just need to see how badly we do it, and then see how great they do it. But let's see how close we can get on par. Who knows?
We're coming for you, Mercer.
That's it. We'll do it with our British accents. That's how we'll win. They have 4 stats instead of the standard 6 of D&D. They have Alacrity, which I can never pronounce.
Alacrity.
Alacrity, right. We have Chutzpah.
Chutzpah.
Nice.
What?
Exactly. So, so we have Alacrity. You have to do that again, which is about moving quickly, moving swiftly. Chutzpah. Which is
with the heart with the
Chutzpah.
Chutzpah.
Right. Which is
I
about
don't speak Yiddish. It's chutzpah.
Chutzpah, like a creplach.
Like a crap.
Yeah, right, cool. Which basically Chutzpah is about lies, disguises, schemes, that sort of thing. Ferociousness, that is essentially, being a mean-ass raccoon. And rotundity, it's essentially, it says here, remaining steadfast in adversity thanks to your generous roundness. Nice. Basically, stalwartness. So, the fellas have got their own little characters. So, I'm just going to go around and, there we go. Chutzpah, thank you.
Chutzpah.
I think we need that on a t-shirt now.
Chutzpah.
Yeah. So the guys have got their own characters they've written up, and we're just going to go quickly round them. So if you can just introduce your character and just summarise what sort of character you are. So Jay, you are first.
So, oh god, trying to do this accent.
Oh god.
Oh, dear.
My name is Ralphie Gonzalez. I am from Mexico by way of Glasgow.
Oh god, come on.
I'm joining the race because of my crippling pepperoni addiction. It's getting Welsh, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
General shit accent. Crippling pepperoni addiction. I owe some bad people a lot of money.
Oh, no.
No es bueno.
No es
bueno.
Fair enough. Right. Okay, and Tony.
Fuck's sake. I'm sorry.
You've got your raccoon, which we quickly wrote up in a very small amount of time. So let's just go through your... So what's your character's name?
It's Sprocket.
Sprocket the raccoon. And what sort of character is Sprocket going to be?
An evil raccoon.
Nice. That's a good start, actually, for this point, because we quickly rolled his stats earlier, and we devised that basically he's a very nimble raccoon. He's a very devious raccoon, but he's not very ferocious, and he's not got much rotundity. So he might be a bit of a coward, and we'll see how that plays today, actually. So, I think we'll just get straight into it. I think that's how we're going to do it. So, a sweeping overcast reduces the orange glow of the LA sunset as the light pitter-patter of rainfall causes a reflective shine across the LAX airport runways. A large wooden container is being prepared to be loaded onto a freight plane, and a series of forklifts are positioning, but due to the sudden downpour, the operators have decided to seek shelter. This is a chance for your gang to spring into action.
Oh, 2 of us.
There is a treasure box, rumoured to contain goodies befitting of the greatest criminal raccoon gang in LA. You've managed to sneak your way onto the airfield and bypassed the carousing workers and are hiding amongst the luggage of flight TA9382, which currently sits in the neighbouring gate to this freight plane. There seems to be a light security of 6 men situated around the hold rear of the freighter. Must be some goodies in there for sure. However, be aware, they look like the mob type. As a streak of lightning arcs across the sky and a rumble of thunder echoes across the tarmac, you look to each other's beady eyes and prepare to unleash your plan to get inside the large wooden container without raising the suspicion of the 6 gangsters that are looking after this container. The container stands about 7 foot tall and 14 foot long. You see security placing items carefully into an object which is inside the container, and then placing the large hatch door ajar, awaiting further items. The 6 men around are relatively short and wearing styled 1920s and 1930s Italian suits and fedoras. They also seem to be unarmed. The 6 men seem to be chattering about a long journey, a race, and a strange new track. Don't worry about that. So, first thing to do is to get into that wooden container. You are roughly, I would say, 40 feet away from the container, which lies perpendicular to where you are. And the 6 men are kind of brazenly looking around, but kind of making use of the airplane around them to kind of shield themselves from the rain. It's a free house. Who wants to go first?
So you say they're a regular sized dudes, just a bit shorter than normal.
They're a bit short. These are uncharacteristically short Italian mobsters. Probably about 5 foot.
Okay.
Not even that. There's definitely some kind of sort of something going around.
Okay. Do any of them look like they're gonna just wander off to? I know. Again, it's raining.
No, they're kind of making use of the airplane kind of cover, but they seem to be waiting for this container to be filled before moving.
None of them being affected by the pitter-patter of the rain.
Luckily
making them want to just, go off and answer nature's call then.
You see, roll. This is where we're going to start doing the rolling. So, how this works is I'm going to say roll a stat. You're going to roll the amount of d6s you've got there that are on the stat. So if you've got 4, you roll 4 d6s. If you've got 1, you roll 1 d6. So I would say to kind of have a look at the kind of intuition of them. Just roll a chutzpah to kind of chutzpah to understand these strange men in suits. So I think your chutzpah is a 3, I think I've written there. Yep, so roll 3d6, and I would say just get at least 1 success, which is over a 4.
1 success.
No. Nice, you got 1 success. Okay, you see one guy slightly moving from side to side, making a small little dance. He kind of looks at an emergency door that leads back into the terminal. He's on the outermost wing of this group. You see him kind of looking around for any other kind of forklifts, any other workers. Kind of then looks towards the door and starts dancing.
What are you thinking there, Sprocket? You wanna go and fuck this guy up? See? Do you think he's got any scraps? He's got any food? It's cold night. You gotta eat something. You ever had a pizza box around here or something?
Within the luggage of the neighbouring flight, you kind of get the whiff coming from a luggage box. You can smell like cured meat.
Oh,
Maybe some.
Smell Smells muy.
fancy cheeses.
Oh, smells you smell that, Sprocket? It smells muy bueno.
What's Sprocket think you're doing?
I'm lost.
Well, you got the mobsters. You need to get inside the wooden container. That's why you're here in LAX.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So what's the plan? You've got your raccoon abilities. What's the plan for Sprocket?
Oh.
You're going to use your.
Nimbly climb up onto the wing
Oh yeah.
and try and gather some rainwater in my hand and then just rhythmically drop it of this poor individual gangster's feet. So it gets a sort of gentle sort of...
Yeah, man. Okay, cool. You kind of work your way along the luggage train towards the towing vehicle, which is almost in line with the airplane wing. You kind of climb your way up there. So you need to roll your alacrity. I'm never going to pronounce it right. Your top stat, your top stat, which is 4. So you get 4d6s. Roll that one because it's gone off a bit. I can't even see the number on that one. So you got
3.
right, so you got 1 success, which means you climbed up. That's fine, and you kind of scramble along the wooden wing. You kind of lay yourself out flat and move yourself along. You get yourself to the edge, and you start cupping the water and placing it onto his foot. And he kind of notices it and starts kind of shaking it off. He kind of looks around. Got your raccoon's name.
It's Ralphie.
Ralphie.
Ralphie Gonzalez.
Ralphie. Oh, fuck off.
Ralphie Gonzalez Santos Jr.
Ralphie, what you see Sprocket climb onto the wing and start dripping this guy's shoe with water, making quite agitated. What do you do?
Is he distracted? Like, how distracted is he?
You see him starting to try and get the attention of one of his friends, and starts pointing towards the door, looking like he wants to make a move. But you see he's getting scowling looks from the mobster next to him.
That meat smells good. I'm gonna run for it.
Cool. How you going to do it? Are you going to do it like you're just going to run straight through to him?
It's dark.
Mhm.
I'm black and white.
You are.
I think he's distracted by the water. I think he ain't gonna see me.
Cool. So you're going to go try and get behind him.
I'm gonna go.
Alright, cool, okay. So,
Rats out of a drain pipe.
right, roll alacrity. Or, again, whatever you pronounce it.
2 success.
Damn, nice. Right, so you kind of beeline towards the wooden container as the mobsters have kind of like spread out as like a semicircle shape in front of it. You manage to kind of put yourself up against the back of the wooden container and shuffle along. It gets too much for one of the edge mobster, and he makes his way into the terminal. You've got 5 other mobsters, and they're starting to look a bit agitated now. They're a bit annoyed by the rain. And they start moving a bit further out to kind of just kind of coax the workers into getting the rest of the stuff on. You see an argument starting to almost form. Sprocket, you see this man disappear into the terminal. Your plan worked. And you're seeing a small argument brewing between the mobsters and the workers who are close to the freight terminal, seeking shelter, not wanting to put more stuff into the container. What do you do?
I think the best thing to probably do would be to just sort of drop down right where he was and just like bluff it as if I was him.
Cool. Yeah. So you you kind of put on your best kind of man pose, or you kind of sit up on your two legs. And you kind of do like a forward roll off the wing, landing exactly where he stood. All the mobsters at this point are literally almost starting a very heated argument with the workers. The workers are sitting there going, "Look, we're not doing anything. It's really raining. We're not wanting to get wet. You know, it's LA. It's not supposed to rain. What the hell's going on?" Back to shit.
It's Ralphie.
Ralphie, that's the
Ralphie
one.
Gonzalez
Ralphie.
Santos Jr.
Just call
Ralph-
him Junior.
Junior. With a Sean Connery accent.
Junior.
Yeah, Junior. You named yourself after the dog. Ralphie.
Ralphie.
You see this fight starting to brew as the mobsters start to move forward away from the container to the workers, leaving a small gap where the hatch is open. What do you do?
Following that smell. I'm going for it. I need in. It's
Yeah.
cold, it's wet. I'm chancing for a fix.
Cool. You kind of hug the wooden container wall round to the hatch, which is open probably about 1.5 feet, 2 feet. And you make your way in and you use your nose to kind of try and smell it all out. Let's use your chutzpah to kind of find the...
2 successes.
2 successes. You go into this large container, it's absolutely huge, and you see this strange metallic object sitting in it. But in the boot of it, you smell the cured meats, cheeses, breads. It smells like a very good kind of smorgasbord of stuff.
I'm trying to get in there. I'm scratching at it. I want in. And it's not going to happen, but I want...
Cool. Roll ferociousness. Try and rip your way into the boot.
Nah, no
No.
success.
You kind of jingle at it. It makes a bit of noise. Sprocket, you see him. You see Ralphie duck into the container. You're now starting to get the smell of cured meats and cheeses, and the mobsters have now gone over to the workers, and you see them shouting at them, saying, "Get this thing moving! We've got to leave."
I'm just going to nonchalantly walk right in there.
Yeah,
I totally belong.
roll chutzpah to pass yourself up as a standard Italian mobster. So you got 3 dice. If you see a 6, re-roll those side ones. Another 6.
Oh, 3 successes!
Right, I want you to describe how cleanly you walk into this container. One of the workers sees you and goes, "All right, Alan. Oh, it's raining. I can't be asked for this." Describe how you're walking into the container.
Just solid, like, total confidence.
Have you got like raccoon pockets you
Walking
put your paws
along.
into?
Looking on my hands behind the back, just sort of looking very serious.
Yeah. Very nice. You kind of check the wooden container. Yep, that's right. And you duck in.
Give her a wheel, a quick kick.
Yeah. You duck in and you see Ralphie kind of scrapping at the boot of this large metal kind of vehicle. You also see there's a few boxes around as well. What do you guys do?
Well, it's going to have to wait. It's really going to have to wait because I can't get in there. I can't get in this, Sprocket. Can you get in there? It's really do it.
Raccoons have claws.
Yeah, have club. But
What have you got planned?
what are you thinking?
Use a claw to try and pick the lock.
Oh,
Ooh. I like it. Use your chutzpah again to pick the lock as you put your ear up to it. And ooh.
There we go.
Anything over a 4 or over?
Don't know. No.
No. You try and put your claw into it. You can't really get the kind of buckle to work. The smell of meats and salamis overwhelm your senses. You see kind of the jangling of a shiny object in the main bit of the car, in the key holder. It looks like they've actually left the keys in the vehicle. Anything you want to try and do in this container?
you think those dangly things might open this thing? Yeah. Do you know how it works? I ain't got a fucking clue.
You make your way up to the side of the vehicle, and you realise that they've got the windows rolled down. Roll alacrity.
Electrum. No.
Alacrity.
Alacrity. I will get that eventually.
That is a grand total of
Oh, there you go.
Oh, thank you.
0
Oh, no.
successes.
You kind of bounce up, but your rotund buddy is kind of leaving you sliding down the side of this
Squeaky.
of this car. How many successes do you get for yours?
It's above 4, isn't it?
Above 4, yeah.
Yeah, I got 2.
Cool. You use Junior as a kind of a jump post to hop up to
Bounce right on his head.
bounce, boing. It always acts like a springboard as you go up to the top, and but you don't land over the window. You're not that graceful. You land on the window and then roll over into the seat. You then kind of dust yourself off, and you see these shiny keys in the key hold. As soon as you go to press it, you hear the wooden container close. Some tapping on the side of the container. You then hear the sounds of these forklift beeps as you feel the container move up. It rumbles for about 3 minutes, and you feel it get placed down. Go back to my notes. You hear the whirring of airplane engines powering up beside the container's sides, I guess, as the hatch is closed. The whirring starts to get louder as you feel the aircraft starting to taxi onto the runway. Hopefully, this plane isn't going too far. And hopefully they've got the heating on.
I don't like this. What the fuck is going on, Sprocket? What's going on? I just wanted to meet and now I'm fucking moving and what the... Ah! Start screaming in absolute hysterics.
What's Sprocket like in the sense of danger? Is he abnormally calm but freaking out in his eyes, or? Yeah, but you've got this kind of overwhelming. Yeah, you're like the most two sturdy, fast raccoons I've ever seen.
Raccoon arms leaning on the windowsill.
Yeah,
The other one on the wheel.
Yeah, it's not even moving. But you're owning this moment.
Just sort of like running backwards and forwards in the back of the car.
I
I need to get out! Just however long this takes, and I exhaust myself and just like.
You end up exhausting yourself completely, and
sobbing.
you sob yourself into a stupor.
I don't want to die.
It feels like eternity in this box until the plane you feel the plane reaching a descent. It lands at this location that you're not aware of. There you go. And you know the owners, as soon as they see you in here, they're gonna fucking destroy you. And the only way out is by getting this car working and getting out of this box as soon as they open it.
Use my
Alacrity. Oh God! Again, please. Alacrity. Go. Roll alacrity to try and get the keys working. 2 successes, I see there.
Yes.
Yeah. So you get the keys out and you get the keys working. You get yourself into the position of car. What's Junior doing?
Alfie's gonna see these things underneath the round thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna press them. I'm gonna press them all. I'm gonna keep pressing them.
Cool. So you start pressing them, but there's no obviously engagement on the engine. Sprocket, do you know engines quite well? Do you know cars quite well? As this gangster raccoon in LA, are you used to hot wiring cars, or even you got the keys? You don't actually need to hot wire.
The keys.
Yeah. Well, who knows? You might just like it for the thrill. But
sense of danger.
yeah, exactly. But obviously, how is Sprocket's called Sprocket? Does he have a background in cars? Yeah, sorted. Just say yes to everything, to be honest.
It's the easiest game I've ever played.
Yeah, exactly. So you hear these sounds of these tow trucks again, forklifts. You feel the container move, but then you feel it get placed onto another vehicle as it has this kind of rugging engine, and it sets off. It goes off for about 30 minutes to 45 minutes. You're well away from the airport now. and you start to hear the sounds of lots of other engines. And you hear lots of people talking, and you hear these gangster voices going, "Oh, you know, we can take these people on. We can do this. You know, we've gotten close a few times. That Peter Dick, don't worry about him. He's all bark, no trousers. As long as that guy and his strange dog don't turn up, it's all good." You hear them kind of like bitching about their competition. What's the plan as soon as they open this container?
Can you get this thing working?
You gotta get it working before they open the container.
Okay. How? How do we do that?
Have you got the keys? I think you got the keys, haven't you?
You got.
Yeah.
Can you twist the
Get
shine?
the ignition on.
Do they move?
So that's probably a electrum. Electrum.
What? Yeah, your top stat.
Yes.
Alacrity. Any successes?
1.
Cool. So you start turning the ignition. You hear the sound of the engine going, but obviously because of the flight, it's having a bit of trouble. You start kind of whirring the engine, and you hear
I'll
people
give it some
start going.
choke. I'll try that.
What's that?
I'll give it some choke.
Cool. Yeah. Maybe there's something that Junior can do. Maybe obviously try and hit the
I'm
pedals.
just gonna keep
I don't actually know how cars work, so this is going to be really fun.
Keep hitting pedals. Keep pulling knobs. Keep.
Cool.
Maybe put the radio on. I don't know.
Do your alacrity as well, so you see how many things you can touch.
Damn it.
1 success.
Cool. With somehow a combination of hitting random pedals and you obviously really going with the ignition, you get the car working, and you hear the mobsters going nuts. Like, what the hell's going on? Who's in there? They start opening the door as soon as a crack of daylight enters.
Floor it.
Floor. Right. Okay. So
Put it on the long one. It looks right. I'm gonna just put all.
This goes well, we're going to get so much XP.
I'm gonna put my full weight of my round raccoon body on this weird long lever. Yeah.
Right.
I'm fucking having it.
Cool. Okay. So what's going to happen is this is going to happen. Obviously, I'm not going to stop this. But as soon as this point turns on, we're going to go with the driving rules. Okay.
Oh
So
shit.
what happens is that you've got the steering wheel, and you've got the buttons.
Pedals.
That's the one. Yeah, that one.
I
Yeah.
like buttons.
I like buttons as
Buttons
well.
is good.
And the car, out of the wooden container, knocks down the wooden hatch, flattening 3 of the mobsters.
Do we get XP?
Yeah, you get 25
Multi-kill.
XP. Yeah. You see some XP suddenly like chasing you as
What the
you
fuck is that?
dart out
We
of
have
the
no use
wooden
for this.
container.
We are raccoons.
You dart out of the wooden container, and as you dart out, the blinding light hits your eyes, and you see other racers with you, and they're like, "What the hell?" And they poof, beef it with you as well. The race has started.
What?
You immediately see snow and trees and mountains in the distance.
Sprocket, we're not in Los Angeles anymore.
I'm going to put this on the camera because I haven't put it on the computer. So this is the race they're doing. So they start here, if you guys can see, and the direction they're going is that direction. Okay, so you'll be going towards the Treacherous Forest, which actually should say treacherous. Treacherous Forest. Oh, mountains, that's the one. I wrote it. And, so you're heading out. The race has started. So this is how it's going to work. So I've got some paper. But it's going to be quite easy because obviously there's not much voting. So let's get the cars out, shall we? Yay! So let's move across to our fancy action camera.
Oh, it's that one, isn't it?
Yep. This is the car you're in. For everyone at home, it is the Anthill mob car.
Oh shit.
They are also being chased by Peter Perfect.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Penelope Pitstop. And Tony can remind me because these are actually his, so thank you, Tony, for letting me know. But that's basically Captain Caveman.
No, that's the
That's the Slag Brothers.
Oh,
That's the one.
Yeah.
Rock and Gravel, the Slag Brothers. Fuck.
And also, up to his dastardly deeds.
No.
It's dastardly and muttly.
Oh shit.
It is Wacky Races. So, you've made your way out of the container, which means you're going at a nice. I'm going to just double your speed each time you use it, because that way you can get some speed up. So you're going at 20 miles per hour. It's probably kph on this one, isn't it? Because it's Americans.
Surely.
No, it'd be miles.
Kilometers.
Americans miles.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, at least I can do something right.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. Whoops. Right. So what's going to happen is that you two are going to vote on what you want to do. Okay. So don't worry about obviously your placements, obviously with the wheel and the pedals. Pedals is the word. You can choose any of these 6 actions. Okay. But you're not allowed to confer with each other. Ooh, twist. And if the chat want to get involved as well, I'm not going to stop you. So if you want to try and join in, I'm not going to stop that at all. That sounds like it'll be actually quite a lot of fun if we get you guys involved as well. So this is how it's going to work. That each time we do a round of driving, that's the one. You get 6 options. 1 is to brake. 2 is to turn left 30 degrees, and we'll do it with the cars. 3 is to turn right 30 degrees. 4 is to use an item you have on you or that you can find in the car. 5 is to accelerate, and that's I'll double it for the people, so you'll go an extra 20 miles an hour. And 6 is an action, so any miscellaneous actions you want to get on with. Okay. So, Tony, you are in charge of the anthill mob car. So, if someone chooses turn left, you go turn left. If someone chooses turn right, you turn right. Obviously, chat, if you want to get involved in this as well, more the merrier. We want to make this as crazy as hell, and we'll do each round, and we'll do it to obviously with a voting system as well. So, if everyone can obviously choose their action, so I'm going to repeat it again, and I'll type it into chat as well. 1 is brake. 2 is left turn. 3 is right turn. 4 is action. 5 is accelerate. And 6 is an action again. 5.
4 is use item.
4 is use item, yeah. So, everyone vote on their dice. Everyone vote on the chat. Tony, you need to vote because we're all doing it at the same time.
Oh.
So don't confer.
So do I need to stick my dice down the right way up?
Yes,
Okay.
obviously, so you can just you know what you've chosen.
Fair enough.
So be ready. Everyone's voted. Right. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Place your votes down. Right. So we've got.
Turn it right.
You turn it right.
Turn it right.
And
Freak it
you're
out. Turn it right.
Cool. So you use an action, right? So we're doing the order of the numbers. So, Junior, you go from the pedals and you jump up, the wheel, and you pull down, causing the car to turn 30 degrees to the right. Tony, if you could. That's it. Sprocket, you want to do an action. What is your action?
Wow.
What have you got planned? I'm worried.
You should be.
I'm trying to remember what items you had in your inventory as well.
Oh yes, I'm going to try and see. Is this gonna work?
I hope so. I'm looking forward to this.
Let's see.
I guess what I'll have to do is I'll have to leave the car temporarily and apply a nice flame decal to the outside.
Oh my god!
Oh shit!
So
What are you doing?
you kind of wobble. You're closest on the left-hand side because it's an American car. So you climb along the left-hand side of the car, and you fucking. I'm gonna think. Okay, roll a alacrity to try and hold on to the side of this
One
Oh!
success!
Yeah, you manage to climb onto the side and you kind of lick the kind of sticky decal. You go, and you start laying it out. There's a couple of bumps in it because obviously you're not amazingly good at it, but you've got this bit of flame decal which looks fine. Right, let's do the rest of the other cars. The other cars are going to come in and they're going to start going forward as they would. They're going to have to try and swerve, and that one's going to move forward. Darcy and Muttley seem to go off in a different direction. Who knows what's going on there? Right, okay. It's another round. Again, chat, if you want to get involved, please do. So, everyone make a vote on what you want to do. 1 is break, 2 is left, 3 is right, 4 is use an item, 5 is accelerate, and 6 is an action. So all vote. Ready, and place. Let's go. 5 and a 5. Oh
Acceleration!
Cool,
More
alright.
speed!
Chewy! Cool. You climb yourself back into the mob car after obviously applying the decal, and you fall onto Sprocket, bringing him down, and you both come onto the accelerator. You go woof with a huge amount of speed. Move yourself. We should bring a tape measure into this, but I don't know if I've got a ruler either.
That's not a pullback.
So you're still going in that 30-degree direction because you've not turned yourself left. You're still going in that direction, and you're going quite far because you're moving double space. So
There?
a bit further. Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh,
we
God.
just hit a ditch.
Oh God. This is the nice kind of like try and get enough speed before you get to the mountains. All the other cars are coming in. Peter Perfect definitely goes a bit forward. Penelope Pit Stop goes forward, and you see these guys starting to try and chase after Peter Perfect. But Darcy and Muttley have now disappeared. Let's see what happens to them. Right, it's another round. Nice and quick, these ones, aren't they? Okay, everyone vote in. Again, if you're doing it online, please put down your votes. Right, so 1 is break, 2 is turn left, 3 is turn right, 4 is use item, 5 is accelerate, 6 is an action. Pen and paper.
I just pencil.
Oh, pencil. There you go.
Calculate next time.
Cool. Right, all voting. Cool. We've got 1 break and 2 turn left. Right, so the car comes to a halt. You decrease in speed. You were going at 60 miles an hour, so you go down to 50 because I say you brake at 10. And you pencil because I just on the line. So let me just put this in. Beautiful. So you're down to 50 miles an hour.
Oh.
And you've now turned left. So move yourself roughly half the distance you did move, and then yeah, that's exactly right. Great. Cool. Penelope Pitstop comes up across to you, and she kind of uses her, and you kind of see this strange device coming from her umbrella.
What?
And it seems to be shading kind of this bit of light, but it goes abnormally dark. Strange magic, perhaps. Who knows?
What? I don't like this.
You realise it's her own brand of pit stop oil. Ever since the wacky races, she's got her own deal out with an oil company. She's oil slicked her windows, and you can barely see. Peter Perfect's just racing into the top. However, the
Rock and Gravel.
Rock
The
and
Slide
Gravel
Brothers.
are currently
I think.
trying to beat up the back of his car, and he's currently wrecking them. Darcy and Muttley, however, have somehow got really far at the front, pointing in your direction, and they seem to be laughing. There seems to be a hole in the ground. In line with this marker. A big, long farm ditch. Right. Cool. That's the round.
Ah!
Let's go with voting. So, 1 is break, 2 is turn left. 3 is turn right. 4 is use an item. 5 is accelerate or go forward. And 6 is an action. So if you're playing online, just put your option into the chat. It'll go into the voting, and voting goes into the total. Right, everyone vote for their action and go. Cool, and Tony. Right, so
3.
oh goodness me! Right, so you turn the car further right. That's left.
Is that left?
Yeah.
Oh shit, it's supposed to be left.
Cool. I'll allow that. That's fine. So you go left, swerving in front of Penelope pit stop. Tony falls back onto the brake, speeding it forward another 20 miles an hour. So it goes off again. So you're at 70 miles an hour.
Ah shit!
Right. Cool. Okay. The brothers here have thrown a boulder onto Peter pit stop, who's caused him to crash and overturn. They've overtaken him. Penelope pit stop had to swerve to try and avoid you, obviously going in front of her, and she's heading straight for the crash. Your windshield is still covered in oil, and the ditch is coming up close.
I can't see anything!
Right.
Sprocket, what do we do?
You can see, for the very small amount you can see where the road suddenly ends, quite a large gap, and then the road again. Darcy and Muttley are sitting in their car. Muttley's doing his usual laugh that I'm not going to try and recreate. Like that one. But yeah,
I can't do that.
no. That's the one.
You know. I got to quit smoking.
Right. Cool. Everyone vote for their turn. Right, so everyone place down their vote, no one see it, and then we'll go. So again, for the chat, 1 for break, 2 to turn left, 3 to turn right, 4 to use an item, 5 to accelerate, 6 for an action.
Bam.
Go.
Action.
2 actions, right. Okay, so, Junior, you get off the steering wheel. What do you do?
I start hitting every button.
Cool.
Anything I can see, I'm just going to start hitting it, twisting it. I know what's going on in here! It's a fucking version! I don't want to die.
This is a fellow wacky racer's car. There are so many buttons for so many really, really weird shit.
I'm going to hit the first one I can see is if there's a... what kind of button's going to see?
You see one that looks like the official depiction of the Prohibition era. You smack it down with your hand, and several barrels of fine whiskey seem to come out of the front hood and explode in front of you, covering your windshield in whiskey, knocking some of the oil off.
Alright, I think this is good.
Your action, what do you do?
What's going on?
There's still a bit of oil left. Can you get rid of the rest of it? Or can you maybe make use of it? What does Sprocket do?
I think the best thing Sprocket will have to do is he'll have to try his best to put the window wipers on.
Oh God. Okay, so you start kind of mashing around. So you two are all mashing buttons around. Roll alacrity. I will eventually pronounce that right, and that'll probably be tomorrow when it's not needed.
While you're at work.
Yeah.
Suddenly say it.
With such alacrity. Alacrity. Right, so yeah, with this one, because there are so many buttons, you need 2 successes.
Oh, I've got 2 successes.
Alright.
Oh, fucking that's solid then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, so you start smashing buttons. There's like seats start going up, like ejection seat style. The chassis goes up from the wheels and comes back down again.
I'm feeling a bit
A
sick.
machine gun turret goes down, and then a parental advice sign comes up and goes, and it goes back down again. And then suddenly the windshield wipers start going and get rid of most of the oil. You see the ditch in front of you.
Shit.
You start hurtling towards it. the Rock Brothers are going to hurtle towards it as well. Penelope Pit Stop swerves into into Peter Perfect, and there's a crash happening. But you know, in the world of wacky races, it doesn't last that long, so it's fine. Right, so it is another round of driving. So this is how we're going to do it. Same again. Everyone vote to themselves. You vote to yourself. You vote to yourself. 1 is brake, 2 is turn left, 3 is turn right, 4 is use an item, 5 is accelerate, 6 is an action, and there's a massive ass farming ditch coming up. What do you all do? Vote? No. Oh, we need some voting, like, countdown music. If someone wants to do that for me, that'd be great. Tony, make your vote. So make sure no one sees it until I say ready. If anyone's online, and obviously have their keyboard with them, please vote. Obviously your vote will always be counted. And go.
Oh hell!
Accelerate.
Oh right, you're gonna fucking power.
Book it.
Right, so
Try and leap this ditch.
you go from being on the dashboard and you bottom slam the acceleration pedal. Use your pure rotundity. See how much power you put onto the acceleration.
Ah, no successes.
Go on, Tony. Can you actually need rotundity? If you get a success, you get some extra speed. No
No successes.
Standard speed. Then you've got okay. You're going at some speed though. You clear off. You land, but your car takes 1 point of damage as you land off the ditch. The Gravel Brothers are in a rock. They hit the bottom of the ditch and start rolling. They are now a boulder and they're chasing after you.
Oh shit.
Let's move the cars back a bit.
Classic Albert style. Scenery just continues
Yeah.
from where it was about 5 minutes ago.
Dursley and Muttley are also very annoyed that you managed to get past their ruse and they're chasing after you. You see the winding mountain staircase that leads around the treacherous mountains. Obviously, the map is going to get thinner at this point. So what I'm actually going to do is grab our nice rewritable pad here. We can place this on the edge.
Oh, I thought you'd...
There we go.
Oh.
There we go. And I'm going to...
Get it more on actually.
Cool. Oh, there you go. Perfect. So we're going to place this here, and I'm going to mark out the road length.
Oh, the drivers are missing.
There you go. You can pass me the back pen.
Oh, is that the right one? Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to mark out the road. So you guys started here. And I'm going to mark out the road as it goes into... Where was that?
Yeah, that's just got. Yeah, you good.
Cool. I'm going to put this kind of like traps. Cool. So you can put the cars back there, please. Grab one of those.
They were ahead.
They were ahead.
We're very ahead.
You're now far into the canyons.
They're sort of just on our tail.
Cool. The sounds of the engines revving echoes throughout the mountains. Snowdrifts start falling onto the mountain path, which you can see in front of you. It's starting to block. Let's keep going with our driving. So, everyone, Tony and Jay, if you can vote on what you want to do with your car. You're going at 70 miles an hour as you land, but you've taken a bit of damage on your car.
Shit.
If you get to 10 points of damage, your car breaks down and you need to fix it.
Ah!
You're on, yeah.
We're not going to go
So
fix the
watch
fucking
out.
car.
So, let's go. if you can vote, those online, please obviously vote with them. It's in the chats, so choose which one you want, and it'll add to their overall amount. So, all vote now, and go. Right.
Left. 2. And 2 2s. Left.
Is it 2 2s?
Yes, 2 2s.
Right, cool. So you're going to start turning left.
Which way's left?
That's left, and
Oh,
it's by
shit.
60 degrees, which is quite...
Oh shit!
That's 90 degrees.
Oh.
So I would say, well, that's 90 degrees. I would say, yeah, about you were heading in this direction here, so you're probably going about this direction.
Oh shit!
So you're watching the mountain path as it starts to rise amongst the trees. Watch out here, because if you slip off, that's a lot of damage for your car. The Boulder Brothers are... The Boulder Brothers? That's alright. The
Slack Brothers.
Slag Brothers are in their home territory. They're around the mountainous and rocks. They're pretty happy. They're going to continue on around. Dudley and Muttley are going to go streaking forwards. But they seem to put way too much power into the car, and they start to slide. Peter Perfect and Penelope Pitstop have recovered, and they're coming back. You see the amount of noise coming from Darcy and Muttley's car is tremendous, and it shakes the ground as they pass you. They start sliding on ice, and you see it shaking the mountaintops. Right, it's another round of driving.
How do we get this fucking...
You as you're scrambling around, you kind of kick the glove compartment, which unfurls the map, which I'm now finally going to give you.
A map.
The map details where you're going
I can't read this.
and how to get back to the airport. You have to finish the race to get back to the airport so you can get home.
Oh my god, I don't want to be here. You know what this is? We're gonna die. I'm too fat to die.
Cool. Okay, so Tony, Jay, if you could make a vote on what your action you're doing in the car, people at home, please join in as well. Vote when you're ready. Choose your number. Have it stored. And go. Right, what's the numbers?
6.
3.
6.
Right. Sprocket rides the wheel round, kicks off the gearbox, and rides it back round again, turning the car right 30 degrees, saving himself from the edge. You can still move yourself quite a bit forward because you're going at quite a good speed. Bit more. You're going like 70 miles an hour, so 7 squares. We're doing squares now, I guess. Darcy and Muttley start making their way crashing into the mountainside. If you want to use your action, 6.
What's in the car? Is there anything like cool in the car? Like,
roll a chutzpah to kind of have a look around.
what's my chutzpah stat? It is
Chutzpah.
2 successes.
Nice. You find I think what would be suitable for the Anthill mob gang, or whatever they're called.
Find a fedora.
You find a very small tan suit, almost looks like for their child, and a fedora. But besides that, you also find what looks to be a comical Tommy gun, and you also find a barrel of some kind, and it has like 3 X's on it. Not that you can read. What can you read?
No, I'm a raccoon.
You know, you might be a learned raccoon.
I'm not a learned raccoon. I've got a
Probably
crippling
were cartoon raccoons.
I've got a crippling pepperoni.
True.
I've got a crippling pepperoni addiction.
Gosh, I go into writing cartoons. Cool, okay.
Comedy Tommy gun.
Darcy and Muttley crash into the roadside, causing the mountains to shake, and you see a snowdrift starting to descend. You need to get off this mountain path as soon as possible. The Slag Brothers are coming up and oh my god, it does that, and I didn't even notice. Amazing.
Oh shit.
So they go forward. Oh, that's a shame.
Very old.
Yeah, it's very old. Peter Perfect comes past. He's going too fast and he's starting to slip. And Penelope Pit Stop comes along further as well. I'm going to angle the camera a bit so people can see. Right. So you guys 10 again. Pick your numbers. Keep it to yourself, and I'll count you down. If people want to join in online as well, please do. So you ready? Pick your numbers of what you want to do. Keep them ready. Steady. And go. 5 and 2. Right. You start to turn left on the mountain pass. Cool. And you're going quite a far distance, and Tony books it. However, the dotted bit that I've got there is ice.
Oh.
As your car starts to spin as it hits the ice, causing you all dizzy. The rest of the gang see this and are starting to overcorrect for it, and they're starting to bunch up together, which is never a good idea on one of these races. Right, are you ready to vote again? Right, choose your number as you're starting to spin out. Ready?
Yeah.
Steady. Go.
2.
2. Right, you turn left. You go with the skid.
Turn into the spin! I know something!
Cool.
I don't know
Roll.
if that works.
Fucking roll. Rotundity. Remaining steadfast on the wheel as it's spinning.
2 successes!
Nice. Yes. You keep on it, and the car goes true along the mountain pass. Tony, what
that
action
looks
have you
so
got?
bitchy.
It's kind of void now. We're past the ice. I don't
What
know
we got
to
planned?
do.
They've got to go across the ice. Can you do something with it?
Oh, very different actually. Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna mash buttons.
Yeah. Bless me. Roll
Electrum.
Electrum. Yeah, let's call it that. You need 2 successes if you use quite a few of the buttons. No.
I've only got 1.
No, you start smashing buttons. Some of them you use, some of them are just like, and it's like GPS comes up. Nothing is really working as you start smashing buttons. The rest of the crew start coming up to the ice patch. The Rock Brothers are in lead, and they start skidding along it. Oh my god, amazing, it worked.
Those special effects.
Absolute. God.
It's gone. Peter Perfect tries to steer out of the way, but he ends up skidding and going off the side of the mountain pass. It's not good for Peter Perfect. He's not having a good day. Penelope Pitstop has these amazing snow tires on her racing car, so she just makes it easily all the way across. And it's in
Fucking hell.
Oh, that one works well.
And it's a neck.
Cool.
Oh, they're all working well, aren't they?
That's
Jesus. And she's neck and neck with your mod car. You can actually see her waving in the window. Right. Right, let's roll back the thing. This is how it, hopefully this will work for the cameras. You're right to get down.
Uh-oh.
Cool, okay. So, it's fine, we can just use this. So it doesn't... As you wind your way out of the mountain path, you find the road starts to widen out again, and either side is lined with thick trees. These large fir trees with snow causing the branches to dip quite severely. The sun starts to set in the distance as the moon rises, and you hear howling in the forest. That's
Over the sound of the cars accelerating.
yeah, over the sound of the cars accelerating.
What the fuck was that?
It does seem like they are behind. These two will appear in a second.
Perfect's dead, apparently.
Cool. There you go. Right, so let's vote on what you want to do. So everyone at home, if you are watching, please vote in as well. So all vote on what your plans are as you are pedaling down this wooden raceway. So chosen a number. Chosen a number.
Mm-hmm.
Go.
6.
You see that on the camera then?
Almost. 1 second. I'm on the wrong screen for it. No, just off. So 6.
6.
And what did you choose?
5.
5. Right. So you smash the accelerator. With the skid, you slow down a bit. You're now going at roughly 50 miles an hour. 6. Use an action. What do you do?
The window's still open, right?
Yep.
I jump out onto our car.
Oh my god. Right. Okay. Fuck. How you doing this?
Angrily.
Cool. Use your ferociousness.
I have 1 common success. Yes, 1 success.
Oh, nice. You kind of go, jump across her. Hers is an open top. She's getting a bit chilly, and all she sees is this big bag of fur with teeth and claws coming over onto her. Now, how do you land? Do you land on the bonnet or in the car with her?
I land next to her.
Cool. You bounce across her onto the seat next to her. You kind of looking in that direction. You kind of look around, turn to her, and she's like, "Oh, oh!" She starts to freak out. Her car starts to swerve. Roll a rotundity check to see how
1 success.
cool. You kind of stay in the seat, kind of not being thrown about. The car continues on. The side brothers are coming, and Pete Perfect somehow recovered very quickly because it's this Rocky Races. Let's just move on quickly. Beep, beep, beep. Cool. So, yes. Put in a vote for your next. It's the next turn of. Oh, the one thing I forgot to be doing is about your speed thing. So let me just catch up. So. Cool. 1. Luckily, been keeping check. 3. 4. 6. 7. 8. Cool. You have 8 successes. I forgot to complete your success. So, cool. Right. So you get from the mountain pass. You get 7 points.
Ooh.
Okay, which means you can use these things to streak ahead of rivals, run chumps off the road if you make contact with them, do cool tricks like jumps and skids, or
Cool points.
Yeah, cool points. That's the one.
Ah, shit.
And find or create a better route through the streets of Los Angeles. Right.
Take it off.
Also, from the ice, you've taken a bit of damage. So you're on 3 points of damage at the moment. Out of 10, so keep an eye on that. But you've got 7 cool points to spend, so just be aware of that as you place in the next checks. You are in.
I'm in Penelope Pitstop's car.
Yeah. You got the Boulder Brothers and you got Peter Perfect appearing, coming up behind you. You hear this kind of faint howling in the distance, not causing too much of a worry at the moment. Everyone choose what you want to do in your car. If you've chosen already, great. And go for it.
2.
2, and Tony, what do you choose? Oh, I thought you chose already, sorry.
I think I'll go with 5.
Cool. So you smack on the accelerator, you're going 6 miles. I'll put 6 miles an hour again. Cool.
Looks like I'm leaving you behind, Junior.
Sprocket, no! The
You-
fuck accent is that?
I have no idea.
Oh shit, I don't know what the fuck I am. Ralphie is
You seem to be carjacking Pit Stop.
You
Yeah.
run across her her body. She's like freaking out, trying to put her hands up, going, "Oh, oh!" And you ring on the wheel.
I'm gonna ring on the wheel, and I want to try and jump. I want to use a cool point to jump from her to the slag brothers. And while I'm jumping,
Oh my god.
while I'm jumping, I leave a small trail of piss. Try and piss and be pissed off.
Fucking. Okay, I'll let you choose between alacrity or chutzpah.
It doesn't matter which one.
Right, cool.
There's 2 successes.
Yeah, fucking, you do the jump into the Slag Brothers car, and there is a thin trail of white urine. You into the thing. One of the brothers goes, "Rrr," and you see him raise a big club. Probably not the best car to get into, to be honest.
It's the closest one.
They're
I'm
going
scared.
to dart forwards, getting in line with the 2 cars. Plenty pit stops gone off, freaking out. Oh no, this way because you turn left.
Turn left.
And Peter Perfect seems to have a boost of speed. Right. You're going at 60 miles an hour. See me. Wow, that's a lot of points you're starting to accumulate because I completely forgot about it. Do you know what? If we were actually playing D&D, these would be player killer dice, right?
Oh shit.
So you got 10 cool points to use.
Oh shit. Is that minus the one I've already done?
Oh yeah, sorry. 9 cool points to use.
I'm gonna keep a trap of these.
Cool. Okay. The brain just died. So the track starts to turn right. You're okay just to pass the map for me. Action. Sorry. Starts to turn right as the tree lines, and you see shadows in the forest. All make your decisions on what you are doing for this driving round. All voted?
Yep.
Right, what do you vote?
I am using an action.
Cool. And Tony, what are you?
I'm using an action too. And
Alright.
hopefully one of these cool points.
Go for it.
Cool. Okay. Well, I'll use a cool point first then. So you've got streak ahead of rivals, run chumps off the road, do cool tricks, or find or create a better route through the forest.
I think I'm going to try and do a cool trick.
Cool. What's the plan?
The plan is to sort of do like a looping handbrake turn around the car to try and get my co-driver back into the vehicle.
So you're going to do it on the left. You're going to try and swing it round.
Bringing it sort of back round again.
Full on
Oh,
shot.
nice.
Wait.
Yeah, mate.
Slingshot it.
As you're using a cool point, I just want you to describe it in as much detail as possible.
I think I just did.
Yeah, that's very good. So you literally do this handbrake turn as you ring on the wheel. Roll an electric check. How many successes do you get?
That's
It's a
3.
success.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 then.
Yeah, so you drive so well that you actually cause them to start spinning, and it's this tornado of a turn takes them. You got your action. What do you do? This
I'm jumping.
caveman goes. "Rrr."
If he's doing that, I want. Which one is doing it?
The one that's not driving on the right hand side is
So the
it's
one,
American
one
cars.
I'm not on.
You are because you're kind of. How do you land on the car?
I landed on one of their heads.
Cool. So he's gonna. Rrr. He picks up his his kind of club. He kind of sees you in his head. He's gonna try and smack you.
As he does that, I'm gonna try and jump back onto the other car.
Cool. Just roll a alacrity.
2 successes.
Cool. You manage to, as you go swing, you jump onto the club, forcing it down.
Yes.
He knocks himself out, falling onto the dashboard. You time it just right, so you stream back through the window as the car is spinning. They spin off and into a tree, and you continue forward. With the turning, I would say you're gonna lose a bit of speed. So I think you're gonna go down to 40 miles an hour. You use 2 points, so you're on 7 cool points. So let's roll these cooled up dice. Oh my god. You just made them back up again.
Hey!
Look at that.
Back up too.
So, obviously, welcome to the new viewers. We're playing, what are we playing? Crash Pandas.
Crash Pandas.
Which is a racing game where these guys are raccoons and they're somehow in the world of illegal street racing, and for our Halloween special they are doing a wacky races like the cartoon back on Saturday morning TV, wasn't it?
Yeah!
Back in the
back in the
well, it's back in the 90s.
fucking
Like,
50s, man.
yeah,
60s,
we
70s.
used to watch it on Saturday morning TV.
I'm on bloody boomerang. What the hell?
Yeah. But it's actually set in Transylvania, so yes, keep watching. So where are we? Right, so you've got quite a lot of cool points. You've got rid of the Slag Brothers car. Penelope Pitstop and Peter Perfect have actually taken up on the lead now and are almost vying neck on neck. Let's vote for your driving actions, just for everyone who's just jumped in. I was going to say, oh yeah, it was Saturday. So if you want to join in with their actions, 1 is to brake the car, as in like stop, not destroy the car, brake. 2 is to turn left. 3 is to turn right. 4 is to use an item. 5 is to accelerate, and 6 is an action. So these guys are going to vote. They're not going to tell you what you're going to do. You guys vote, and we'll count at the end. So if you all vote.
Oh shit.
All vote, all vote, all vote. Let me know when all voting is done. Vote, vote, vote. Okay, and let's reveal.
3.
3, you turn right.
Yes.
5, you accelerate. Very nice. What brilliant teamwork is going
Hell
on.
yeah.
You're in sync, man. Jesus. Cool, right, so first thing first.
I like this driving shit.
As you dive into the window, you grab the steering wheel and you pull it down,
Yes.
causing it to turn right. You turn the car 30 degrees. Tony, you were previously, what were you previously doing? You were driving the car, weren't you, somehow? Doing it all at once. So you dropped down into the, into where the pedals are.
Hanging off the bottom of the wheel.
Yeah, kicking the gearbox and kicking the wheel. You drop down and put your entire weight onto the pedal. Do a rotundity check. If you get success, I'll add an extra 10 miles an hour onto it. But you go up to 50 miles an hour. Cool, okay. Well, none of that one, I'm afraid. Oh, no, you do get 1 cool point.
Oh, we've got so many cool points.
You've got so many. But however, these guys have got them as well, and they have their wacky racer points. So Penelope Pitstop's going to come by. She's going to skid round. Her exhaust belches this horrible black smoke. Engulfs you and Peter Perfect as she tries to speed around and skids around. You've got to try and there's a hairpin turn as you've got to try and make your way back up the board this way. Right, it's your turn again. You're at 50 miles an hour. Everyone vote.
Oh, Christ.
You start to see the edges of the forest, but the shadow that seems to be chasing you is getting bigger and bigger. You see this crystalline lake of ice way into the distance. Right, Tony, have you all voted yet? People online, please put in your votes. We want to make this as crazy as possible.
Let's do this.
Right. Reveal.
4.
Nice. So 3, you turn the steering wheel right, going 30 degrees. We've got another 3 as well. You turn another 30 degrees. Very nice. Cool. Oh God, no, side by side. You got a 4, so you want to use an action. Use an item, sorry. What item do you want to use?
I want to use the comedy Tommy gun.
Okay, so you find the Tommy.
I want to use the comedy Tommy gun to fire out the back window to make us go faster.
Cool. Yeah.
Full on cartoon physics.
This is how it works. So you go to the back window. You push it down because I'm guessing that's how all cards work. And
Like a bamfer.
Tony is obviously a very trained mechanic, and he's probably killing me inside right now. There's a greasy kind of garage somewhere where I'm hanging like this, going, "Old cars don't work like this, Steve." Cool. Okay. You take this Tommy gun. You sit there and load it. It looks a bit light, but you're gonna go for it. You start aiming. You go. As you lay it out, it seems to be laying little caltrops into the ground.
Oh.
Doesn't make it go faster, however. Right, you're going at 50 miles an hour still. There's quite a good skid, so I'm going to take off 10 miles an hour though. As you do the hairpoint turn, you're at 40 miles an hour. 40. Cool. So let's see how many cool points you get. Whoop. Oh my gosh. I keep losing dice. That's what I get. Right. Cool. So you used a cool point with the Tommy gun because you've just laid a load of caltrops. You see Peter Perfect get caught up in the caltrops and start spinning. It's really not his day today, as Penelope Pitstop, I say, streams forward. Darcy and Muttley suddenly appear with strands of meat on hooks coming out of their car. And behind them is this giant hulking beast. Thank God I'm finally get to use it. It's not a troll, guys, but it's a giant werewolf. It's called the Werewolf Forest for a reason. Comes running out. And these hooks seem to be on robotic hands and seems to be flinging the meat at Penelope Pitstop and you guys. I'm going to roll some checks. Oh, fucking yeah. So 2 slabs of meat hit Penelope Pitstop, and 2 pits of meat slap onto your windshield and side of the car. The werewolf is very interested in you two.
What kind of meat is it?
It looks to be a mixture of a sirloin steak, almost the comical kind of steak shape, and almost like a T-bone as well, like a Flintstones T-bone, land on your car and Penelope Pitstops. Right, get ready to roll some actions. Everyone at home, again, 1 is break, 2 is turn left, 3 is turn right, 4 is use an item, 5 is accelerate, and 6 is use an action. So if you want to vote now, and these guys, do you want to vote? What do you want to do? So when you voted, all put in. Okay. Okay. Jay, what do you get?
6.
6.
6.
Right. Tony, who's on the pedals right now? It was you, wasn't it?
Yeah, I am actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. You surge of energy goes into your legs as you push down on the acceleration, pushing you further ahead. Thanks to the online world. But you still get your action. So let's go around this way. Right. So Junior, what is your action?
I hear the meat. I hear the meat air. I hear something hit the front of the car. I throw out this meat. I'm hungry.
Oh.
It's not quite the pepperoni I've been proclaiming, but it will definitely do. So I'm going to jump into the front of the car and use my tiny little raccoon hands just to try and grasp for it.
Cool. Roll a... What will suit this best? A rotundity check to kind of stay, or because you're kind of on the side of the car.
No successes.
You try and pinch at it, but it's just too far away. Maybe you need to try and get onto the hood of the car.
I need this meat.
Tony. You've also got your special points. To make, you know, you've got streak ahead of rivals, run jumps off the road, do cool tricks like jumps and skids, or find or create a better route through the forest.
Right, so I presume I definitely know the meat has hit the car.
Yep, you can see it kind of streaking down the windshield, and one's on the
So
hood.
I'm going to try
That's a
and
rip.
climb out, which I guess will be... wouldn't it?
Clickety?
Yeah, that's the one.
I would
Climb
say-
out of a vehicle onto the running board.
Oh, okay, so you're going to try and dash onto the run. Yeah, to run onto the hood.
No,
I would
the
say
running
that's
board.
alacrity. Oh, that thing, yes. Yeah, go for it. Oh my gosh.
Is that all success?
Got 4
Let's
successes.
open the door and step out on it then.
Yeah, describe exactly how you get onto the hood of the car.
No, I'm trying to get on the running board.
Okay, you get onto the running board, and what have you got planned to do on the running board?
Well, as I believe I was paying attention, there's some meat there. I've got to try and like push it off of the car.
Okay, you go off it and you kind of kick it off with 4 successes. That's ridiculous. So I'm going to let you do it.
Kick it off.
You kick the meat
Manages to
off.
hit the werewolf in the head because it was so successful. Done.
Because you're on the door swings, carrying you close to the hood. Roll an alacrity check.
1 success.
Cool. You slam onto the hood, kind of flattened with your raccoon self, and this werewolf, kind of chewing up the meat, now has eyes for you and is running towards the car. Let's move the cars forward. Dastly Muttley move forward. Pitstop move forward. You move forward. Peter Perfect is still spinning out. And the Boulder Brothers are...
Oh, he's got mine of his own now. He's had enough.
Right, I'm off, guys. Bye. Right, you are going at 50 miles an hour. Let's see the points you get. Right. And then, okay. Got it's 2 points. Cool. You got 3 damage. Right, okay. It's another round of driving. So everyone vote. Including you, Tony.
I'm not having a think.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, show.
5.
5. 5. We've got a 3. Alright, cool. So 3 goes first. So you turn 30 degrees to the right, out of the way of pit stop Penelope. Or the other way around. Penelope pit stop. Sorry, I did the name in the Japanese style, I guess. That was weird.
No.
But with the 2 accelerations, you streak forward. You're now in line with her.
I have a very important question.
Yes.
Do I get the meat?
You
Did I grab the meat and then run back in the car?
you can use a point to do
I
something
want
with
to do
the
that.
meat.
I want the meat.
What do you want to do with the meat?
I'm going to grab it with my tiny raccoon face
Cool. And you
and just go... and then run back in the car.
cool. The
Literally just
door is still
inhale.
open.
Inhale
What
this.
do you? How do you go from the what are they called, step guard things?
Running board.
Running board. How do you go from the running board to the accelerator pedal? Do you just run back in with the door still open?
You just open the driver's side door because it's...
And it's the passenger side door.
Passenger side door because it's a manual car. So, yeah, probably have to run back to the pedals and leave the door just flapping about.
Cool. So you jump back onto the door as it swings around, as part of the cool point, and you swing back in to the car, into the passenger seat. It's just you two kind of in the car. The werewolf comes around and is very interested in you. He's kind of, you see this big creature running up after you. You've got rid of the meat, but the scent is there. The Penelope Pit Stop is trying to use her contraptions to get rid of the meat, so she slowed down a bit. He's gone off. Peter Perfect's coming back up, and what the Slide Brothers are coming back up. Right. You're going at real good distance now. Cool. You're starting to stock up on a good amount of points. Oh no! But the werewolf seems to slash at the back of your car.
No!
Right, you've got a good amount of points back. Right. It's another round of driving. Everyone please vote. So again, 1 is brake, 2 is turn left, 3 is turn right, 4 is use an item, 5 is accelerate, and 6 is an action. So 5, 4, 5. Okay, right. So what's happened is the werewolf is running right up. He slashed the back of your car, but the internet has decided to break.
No!
So you smash into the werewolf, causing it to go, oh!
No! Oh, yes! No!
And then you've hit the accelerator again, blasting back off.
Shit!
So you slow down to 40, hitting the werewolf, causing it to tumble forwards. I'm going to do a couple of checks. Ooh, he kind of scrambles forward, rolls, loses a load of speed, and he's going to continue chasing after you. But you manage to dart back off and woof. You're keeping chase now. You're going quite far. Penelope's slowed down to a halt. She's actually now reaching over the windshield to get rid of this meat. As she throws it behind her, she gets the attention of the werewolf. The werewolf runs.
I don't want to look.
You see there is a very long straight coming out of the forest up to the icy lake. This is where you're going to need as much speed as possible to try and get in the lead, as everyone is starting to get back up to speed with you. Right, okay. You're at 60 miles an hour, so let's do some points. Okay. Right, you got some points. You've still got the points to use. Okay, which I'm basically using as a reduction in dice to make it more easy. Cool. Okay, so it's another round of driving. Everyone make a vote on what you want to do.
Okay.
Okay, everyone's ready. The internet's decided.
That doesn't.
And go.
4.
4.
5.
5. And we got a 5 as well. So we got 2 5s. You poof, going off into the distance. And you've got the 4, the action.
Yep.
Sorry, before you could blow off into this. I do apologise.
My item.
Yep, what item are you going to do?
I put on the little bandit mask.
Oh, nice. What sort of bandit mask is it? Is it like a kind of...
It's like Zorro.
Oh, it's a Zorro mask.
It's a proper Zorro mask.
Oh.
It's basically indistinguishable from my real face.
I was about to say, it looks... You kind of sit there with your black streaks of fur and you're like, yes. And it almost replaces exactly where the black streaks were. Nice. But no one knows your identity now.
Fully
Not
disguised.
even... And Sprocket. Sprocket, you look next to you, there's a strange masked creature next to you.
Sprocket, it's me. Have you seen this? I'm not completely different. How cool is that then?
And yes, and you go off into the distance. Right. The werewolf approaches on Penelope pit stop. And you see clouds of exclamation marks, hashtags, numerical signs, @ signs, as he just absolutely destroys the car.
Oh my god.
We're going to spin it around because it's easier that way. The Slag Brothers and Peter Perfect have now come up to meet you. You've got to get here before they do. The werewolf has gone, Penelope Pitstop has gone. Darcy and Muttley have come back as well. It's literally a race to the end. You're going at 60 miles an hour, which means you could move 6 squares if you accelerate. Right. Hey Polar, you're back. Yes, I know, beards. It's getting better. Playing Crush Pandas, so hopefully you can join us in voting for what on earth is going on, because more people voting, crazier it gets. So, I'll go through it again. So, the guys here, I'm just going to angle the cam because you can't actually see anything, so I'm just going to move it forward a bit. There we go. Boulder Brothers, Peter Perfect, the player's car, and...
Evolution probably is.
Right. Okay, so, you are approaching this kind of dead straight before the icy lake. You want to try and get rid of your competition, so you need to go as fast as possible. The Wevil's been dealt with. Penelope's pit stop has hopefully not been eaten. And you need to decide on what goes on. So this is how the voting works. These guys are going to vote. They're not going to confer. They're going to do it by themselves. Everyone online, please obviously vote as well, because your votes will count. And we'll tally it all up, and then we'll do that many actions. So let's go through it. So 1 is brake, 2 is turn left, 3 is turn right, 4 is use an action, 5 is accelerate, and 6 is... No. 4 is use an item, 6 is use an action. Sorry. So everyone vote. Put it in the chat. These guys are going to vote, but they're not going to tell you what they're doing. And the plan is to get rid of the competition and get as far to the other end as possible. Let's do this. Right, so, vote.
6.
5.
Interesting. Obviously, I'll wait a couple seconds for the chat to catch up. Got
2.
2. Oh, interesting. That's a turn left. So he's going to try and round Dastardly and Muttley off. Right, okay. Okay, so first things first. Car turns 30 degrees to the left. Thank you, Danny. Close enough to 30 degrees. A bit sharp. Right, next is 5. You hit the accelerator. Oh, there's another 2 as well. So yeah, I can stay that way because that's definitely 60 degrees.
Okay.
So you're speeding in front of Darsley and Muttley, trying to ram them off the road. You push down on the accelerator, moving at 70 miles an hour, which means you can move 7 squares.
Go
That's
off
off
the
the board at this
board.
point.
Oh gosh, right, okay.
Into
So,
that monitor.
oh god.
Not even showing on the
Let's-
camera anymore.
Move you about there then. Okay, cool. And then 6 is using an action.
I am
so-
mashing all the buttons again.
Right, roll alacrity to hit as many buttons. You've used a few of them, so you need a few successes. Or we'll use some cool points to if you get success. We'll really call this up. Oh, it's 2.
3 successes.
3 successes. Right, okay, so I'll give you some interesting things. Right, you find a lit cigar.
Yes! I'll take it.
You also find...
I start eating it and then spit it out again. It tastes disgusting.
You also find a grappling hook
Oh.
and a spare tyre
Cigar.
popping out of the trunk. Alright, catch you soon. Right, okay, so you're going quite fast now at 70 miles an hour. You've used, I gave you 3 points, that's 12, let's see what happens. Whoop. Oh dear. Okay, you get 2 points back, but you go so far to the left, you're kind of going off the road, causing a lot of damage to that under chassis. You take a point of damage.
How beat up is our car looking?
It's half.
Ah!
Okay, so it's another round of driving. So please play Crash Pandas before new people joining. Please vote. If not, it's in the chat further up. So have a look. I'll quickly write it again so it's there for everybody.
Copy the paste.
Oh, I should do that, shouldn't I? Let's see if I can just do it. Oh no, it's going to be annoying, isn't it, with D-Live? So 1 is brake. 2 is turn left. 3 is turn right. 4 is use action, use item. 5 accelerate, and 6 is use action. So please, if everyone votes online, and you guys can vote as well. Voting.
Voting.
Voting. We've got some good votes online. Go. If you've not voted before.
2.
3. Right. Okay.
There's nowhere!
So 2, you're going still more into the.
I'm leaning into it.
You're going into the dirt still.
Yeah.
Right, okay, fair. But it's balanced out by Tony's 3, so you're still going off on a weird distance. 5 is you're accelerating further. I can't actually know where I put you. Was it there?
Yeah.
Cool. So you can move yourself as you're skidding down. You're kind of going at this constant 70 miles an hour. So you've got 7 squares to move yourself forward. I forgot to move everyone else. Right. So you guys move yourself, because I don't know if you've moved yourself yet. So you've got 7 squares.
Sort of bearish.
Cool. Dursley and Muttley deploy what looks like to be a net device.
Oh no!
And it's flying right over to you, because you're in the lead. The top of it hits it hits the top of the roof of your car, and these weights grapple around it, causing the car somehow to slow down. Because that's how it works.
Cartoon physics.
Definitely. Peter Perfect seems to have a rocket attached to his car now. He's going to go extra fast. All right, you're going 70 miles an hour. Okay, you're getting a good amount of cool points. What do you guys do? Everyone vote again. Everyone online vote again.
Okay, I'm in.
Okay, Tony, let me know when you're ready. Cool, right, place them down. We've got a 6 and a 3. Alright, you take the wheel and you turn it to the right, causing the car to go a bit this way. Then we've got a 5, which is accelerate, so you're going even faster. So you're trying to power out of the net, and you've got an action. So
right.
Let's go for it. You've got a load of cool points, so you can try and sniff.
Okay. You said earlier that there's this barrel.
Yes.
Can I open it and sniff it? What's it smell like?
It smells like pure ethanol.
Oh!
Thank you, Prohibition Era.
Yes! I didn't eat the lit end of the cigar, so I've still got the ash.
You've
amber.
got it's still lit, and it'll always stay lit according to this.
Always stay lit.
You took it out and it was lit.
I want to use a couple of cool points.
Yep.
To drink some of this ethanol.
Okay. Oh god.
And then spit it out.
Oh yeah, I can see.
And sneeze it. I just like all over the lit cigar.
Okay.
And hopefully
hit the net.
It hits the net and burns some of the net off.
Okay, so you hang your head out the side of the passenger window. You going back in. You take a swig of the pure ethanol. Your face squirms up as like you ate a sour candy. You aim outside. You get the lit cigarette and you go. Poof, roll a fucking ferociousness check, because that's ferocious. Definitely to the T.
Oh, failure!
No, it dribbles out.
It hangs out of my
But
nose.
because you're using cool points, choose how many cool points you want to use.
I want to use 2 cool points.
That's 2 extra dice.
Oh, okay. 1 success.
Cool. It dribbles onto the bottom of the net, and one side breaks off. You've got 3 other bits. 2 others. Well, start again. 1 other bit in the front by the driver's side.
Yeah.
And 1 at the back. So those tripods.
Oh yeah.
It's going to slow you down for a bit, but obviously it looks like the internet's giving you a bit of acceleration, so it's good. Okay.
One sort of like flaming, dangling booger.
Yeah.
From
Peter
my
Perfect
tiny
seems to be
little-
rocketing in front.
tiny little
Darcy and Muttley are
raccoons.
coming up, and the Rock Brothers are coming up. Slag Brothers, sorry. You just decreased in. Oh, you've got a good amount of cool points there, though. Cool. So you use 2, so you're back to 15. Okay. It's another round of driving. So, Darcy and Muttley are now right up next to you. You're speeding a bit faster than they expected. The Slag Brothers are in tandem as well, but Peter Perfect's streaking ahead. Everyone online, choose your action, and then so will the guys. So place it on the table once you've decided, but don't obviously tell us. And online, vote. Chutzpah. Okay.
I think we're in.
Right, lock them in. What are they?
And 4.
4, so we've got to use an item, and 3, you're turning right. Cool, okay, so you turn yourself 30 degrees. You're going quite a distance, you're going 4 squares. So let's move you 4 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very nice. And your item.
I just take a couple of puffs on the cigar.
Cool.
That's it. That's the whole thing. I just like
You
I'm a
raise.
bit drunk now, and it's like, this seems like a really, really good idea. I take a couple of puffs on it, and then the raccoon instinct takes over, and I try to eat it again.
You raise your chutzpah by 1 dice.
Oh hell yeah!
Okay. Darcy and Muttley are going to try and watch out for you. The Boulder Brothers, however, are streaming ahead. And same with Peter Perfect. He's almost at the end. Right. Let me see. Everything's still seen. Yeah, everything's still seen. Okay. Your guys go. Let me roll some dice. Oh dear. The net seems to be dragging against the tyres, causing a bit of damage. You've taken 2 damage.
Oh shit!
Okay. Oh, that's 7. Okay. Everyone vote. 1, 2, 3, go.
2.
2, turn to the left.
I think that's right.
4, using an item. Alright, so you turn to the left, 30 degrees, and what's the item, Tony?
I'm going to sort of try and lean out and use my bit of lead pipe that apparently I never leave home without, you know.
Oh yeah, your standard lead pipe, I understand.
Like a walking
Yeah.
and try and get some of this net away from the wheels to stop damaging the car.
Very nice, cool, cool. You use your toughest one. Use your ferociousness to try and hack at the netting.
Just to try and hit it. Oh, full
nice!
success.
Yeah, you take the kind of the ragged end, let's guess, of the lead pipe to hack against the net. It seems to slice. It's only the tail bit now. It seems to be affecting you. Okay. You go on. You go an extra. You got 50 miles an hour, so you get to the end. It's just you and Peter Perfect now. So I'm going to move it back a bit. And the Rock Brothers. Cool. Okay. So I'm going to say you've got 1 turn left to try and get in front before we get to we'll have a break and we'll get to the icy lake. So everyone choose an action online. So you choose an action, and we'll go forward. You've really got your still a lot of special points. Right. Go.
4.
You accelerate forward, causing you to stream ahead, and
I want to use
before you do that,
I want to use one of the cool points to take the grappling hook
oh yeah,
and try and fling it underneath Peter Perfect's car, causing him to slow down and or slingshot us if he's going faster than us.
okay, yeah. So roll a. What would be this? So you let you use as many core points as you want as well. Alacrity.
Alacrity. 2 successes.
Nice. You swing the grappling hook. It hits.
Yes.
Link to the car. You got the other end.
Yep.
You,
Tiny raccoon. Not very strong.
nope.
Shit.
What are you gonna do?
I'm scared. I keep hold of it.
Cool. You load into it. The window. You kind of sit on the window. What's it called? Window winder, causing it to go up, and you go, and you are between the window, obviously stuck between the window, kind of your face against it, You streak forwards. It propels you forwards. Peter Perfect's car seems the grappling hook dislodges, leaving you fine, but it seems to take Peter Perfect's tyre out, causing him to roll.
Yes!
You stream forward to the icy lake.
Second time he's done that today.
Yeah, he's not doing too well.
Third, Peter Perfect my ass.
And we're going to have a break here. So, obviously, we'll be 15 minutes, so please come back and join us. Obviously, bring people on as well, because we want as many people voting on these car kind of driving things, because it just gets absolutely nuts and it's fun. So please join, and yes, back in 15 minutes. And welcome back. So, where we left off with to move the quality streets.
Hashtag not spawn.
Yeah. Hashtag other providers available. So, where we left off was at the icy lake. They just arrived, beating Peter Perfect just to the pit line there. Followed closely by the Slag Brothers and by Darcy and Muttley. So you arrive at the icy lake. It is a vast glacial lake that's now covered in ice, thanks to the winter period, and you have to get across it.
What? Okay.
There is no way around. You have to go across it.
Oh, that's not good.
To get to the village which sits at the foot of Dracula's castle. Now, the sounds of your engines are echoing across this large plateau. As you approach the lake, what do you two do? As I reset this.
Are we still? We're still driving at this point.
We're still driving. Obviously, I'll just let you. Obviously, there's no driving actions for the moment. It's just. What is there anything you want to do or anything you want to prepare?
Oh, cool. That's good.
I'm gonna carry on puffing on this lit cigar. I'm gonna just hold this cigar in my mouth.
Okay.
Try and fight the instincts to eat it.
I guess that would be hard.
It's
I've got a feeling this will not end well, but never mind.
it's not gonna end well.
Alright, icy lake. Let's.
Oh, I just got a feeling I have to put my glass down on this map. It's going to result in.
Oh yeah. Please don't let me forget because it might just go everywhere. If not, you can put it on the side there.
That's good. I have to move RC. Sorry, RC.
So.
Wow. It's a human hand.
Whose is that? Oh,
It's
Amy's.
tiny. Really?
I think so.
Sure.
She's got giant. Just because you've got giant.
Or nephew.
Just because you've got giant gorilla hands doesn't mean everyone else has. Right. So anyway, apologies everybody for that. So we're back, and the ice lake is appearing. So let me grab my trusty pen. We're going to start back here. It's the lake bed. It's on here, and it disappears along with the foothills. And I'm just gonna mark these little things here. Don't think too much about these. I'm just gonna pop them here. We'll see how this goes. Pop. There we go. Oh, lovely. Let's pop this little head right here. Bob Ross this shit. Okay, so.
No mistakes, only happy accidents.
Yeah. That guy's a. Everyone. Penelope Pitstop has come back.
God, she wear Penelope Pitstop.
No go.
Oh. Clever boy. So the Slag Brothers are just behind your car. Obviously, the action cam can't see that just for the moment. But not to worry, they probably won't last long. So, what do you do as you approach the lake bed before we go into the vote thing? Anything for you two?
I'm gonna wind the windows up. It's cold.
Yeah.
Can I deal with this?
Yep. Tony? So anything you prepare yourself for as you approach the lake?
I don't know. I can't think what gets out of this one. I cannot think what could get us out of this one.
We're just gonna have to go faster.
Just give it a couple of silent prayers.
You do a couple of raccoon prayers to the great garbage gods. Okay, so you speed towards the lake. Let's do some rolling, shall we, or voting? So if you can lay in your votes. For everyone at home, we're playing Crash Pandas, if you've not noticed already. And the idea of this is that they're in a race. They've got to win. And the way they drive is because they're a group of raccoons. Group pandas. A group of raccoons. Is that they all vote and they can't collaborate? Corroborate?
Confer.
No conferring.
No conferring. So they all vote to themselves, and then we unleash the votes, and obviously we do all of them, but in a certain order. And you, as lots of people watching from home, can also vote as well, because we want to make this as crazy as possible. So if you can decide on an action, the actions are in the chat if you want to have a look. So choose an action that you want to do. All the cars are going roughly 40 miles an hour as you approach the lake. Your speed points are 15, so you've got loads of cool points.
Ooh.
But your car is at 7 damage out of 10, so watch out. So 15 cool points, 7 damage, and you're going at 40 miles an hour as you hit the ice. All vote on a dice of what you want to do. Let me know when you're all ready and you voted.
Yep, ready.
Staring at Tony. You can look at his sheet. He's going to choose a vote. As nod when you're ready. Everyone at home can vote as well. Please put it in the chat. You probably can see other people who've done it before. Ready?
Yep, ready.
Right. Lay them down. Go.
3.
5. Nice. Okay, so 3. You turn the car right
Yes.
into Penelope pit stop ish.
Yes.
Okay. Right. Turn it right, and you go 5. So you move 5 spaces. So you're at 50 miles an hour.
It's about there then.
Yep. All the other cars are going to move 4 spaces. Penelope pit stop rams the side of your car, causing you to drift.
I think that's about 4.
The boulder crew are going to move 5 spaces, but the ice starts to crack underneath the weight of their boulder car. Darcy and Muttley seem to have skis attached to their car. What wily beings.
What swines.
As they glide across the ice 5 squares. Thank you very much, Tony. Okay, going 50 miles an hour. See what points are going on. Okay. And what I'm also going to do is say you've taken a point of damage.
No, this car.
Okay. I'll say 15 is your max points. It's crazy amount of points you got. Okay, so next turn. Vote on what you're doing. Tony, when you're ready.
Ready?
Yeah. Okay, let's go.
Cool, go.
6.
4. Okay. Tony uses an action. Sorry, an item. Apologies. What do you use?
I'm going to get my trusty lead pipe.
Right.
I've still got.
Yeah, you still got it. What are you
I'm
gonna do?
going to lean out of this American
So passenger car. Passenger
lean
side?
out the passenger window, and I'm just going to just go bashing that bonnet with a lead pipe.
Use your ferociousness. If you want to use some cool points, you've got 15 of them.
Oh, well, I might take
So you can
some.
you can run chumps off the road as part of this. Or do you want to do a cool trick? Or do you want to streak ahead of rivals? I think run chumps off the road is quite a good use of it.
Alright then, let's go for that.
Cool, so you get an extra dice. And see how... It's a 5. It's a success. You start smashing up the bonnet. She slows down to an almost stop. But you're still being pushed in front, so move yourselves 2 squares with her as well. Cool. And you got your action.
So I want to use the spare tire that I found earlier.
Yep.
And I want to use that to somehow patch up the car. As a
Okay.
raccoon, I know nothing about patching up cars.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna take it and just gently
Rub it against the
I'm
car.
just gonna put it on the dashboard
Okay.
and then just go.
That'll work. Use your chutzpah.
3 successes.
Beautiful. Yeah, and like the magic way that cars work mechanically is that if you place an item that belonged to them in a past life, they seem to absorb its power.
Did you say you placed it on the dashboard?
Yeah.
I think you just hit like a magic button.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What happens is that you sit there and lay it, and you kind of leave it there, and you hear this click, and then all these arms, these mechanical arms, come out the side of the car with screwdrivers, wrenches, and paint rollers, and they start doing up the car.
Yes.
I will give you 2 hit points. From
Oh.
that. So you got 6 hit points.
Magic fucking tire is fantastic. Oh, I'm mind blown up.
Welcome you to still. We're playing Crash Pandas. It is a crazy one-off. So stick around. It's going to be absolutely nuts.
It is dumb.
So okay. So yeah, you do some crazy ass shit. Car is slowing down thanks to being dragged along. So you're down to 30 miles an hour now. So if you want to move your car 33 spaces along in a drift.
Oh.
Cool. You feel the back of the car goes into the ice as you've gone over this soft spot of the ice. But Penelope Pit Stop goes straight into it as well, causing it to open greater, and she is stopped or hooked.
Oh shit.
The Boulder Brothers are starting to sink into into the lake. They somehow have like this tall pirate mast as they climb up it, and they just do this salute as they go into the ground, almost like the pirates from Asterix and Obelix.
Oh, amazing.
So that's currently what's happening as they sink into the ground, water. But Darcy and Muttley seem to be speeding ahead at quite a distance. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces. Let's roll some dice, shall we? Oh dear. And one more. Oh no. But sinking into the ice seems to be causing a lot of distress on the car. Everyone at home, you can vote on what goes next in terms of driving, and we'll just quickly go, if you've joined us after the break, through that. So what happens for each round of driving, Jay and Tony here are going to vote on what they want to do. They're going to there's no conferring between each other. They're going to look at a dice, choose the option, and stick it down. If you don't know the options, they should be higher up in the chat. But if you can't actually see that, it's 1 for brake, 2 to turn left, 3 to turn right, 4 to use an item, 5 to accelerate, and 6 to use an action. So they're going to vote, but also people online can also vote as well. So if you all want to put your options in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6, you guys can vote as well. Online, put it into the chat so I can see. I've got all the chats here. And let's see what craziness will happen. So let me know when you're all ready to go.
Ready.
Right, got 1 ready. Got online is ready. 2 is ready. Right, so you guys, reveal.
2.
2.
6.
And we've got a 4 from Yidrisol online. Thank you, Yidrisol. So we'll go start with the 2. So the 2 is turning left. So you turn left 30 degrees. Stream back headwards, trying to get past the icy lake. 4 is to use an item. So this is going to be interesting for the online community. So of all the items, I'm going to do it obviously with the players here. You've got an item in your car.
Yes.
What item will you want to use to try and get ahead? Out of the ice that's slowly breaking up around your car.
The only
Oops, sorry.
the only thing that I have to hand is a small gangster suit.
Interesting. How can you use the small gangster suit?
I'm hoping the small gangster suit has some sort of is able to make me drive the car better.
What?
It's raccoon logic. There's no logic here. It's like.
I think what will happen, and obviously correct me if I'm wrong, in your panic, you take the raccoon suit and you throw it at the wheel, hoping that something will happen like the wheel.
I don't know what this is. Fuck it.
The blazer, that's fine Italian silk, I guess, and cotton blend, why not, wraps around the wheel and arch, again, I'm so sorry Tony, as it hits water, you hear it going beep, 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 and goes whoosh as it inflates. Like a life raft.
Yes!
Hoisting the car out of the water. You are cleared from the frozen waters.
Oh, bitchin'.
And then you got a 6, which is use an action. So
That
what
was Tony's action.
was it? Tony's action? Yes, right. So Tony, what action were you hoping to do?
I'll put down 5 and then I'll knock the dice over.
Oh, apologies. Okay. So 5, you stream ahead. So you're going at 40 miles an hour, which is 4 squares. Oh, apologies for the chesty cough, everyone.
About there then.
Very nice. Okay, so
That's
I've
good,
lost
delicious.
the dice.
Dustin they are streaming ahead. Penelope Pitstop is having some issues. The Boulder crew have disappeared. You've not seen them underwater. Let's roll some dice. We're going at 40 miles an hour. Ooh, get some cool points back. Back up to max cool points, guys.
Alright.
Okay, so it's the same thing again. We all vote. It's another round of driving. So the guys are going to vote online if you want to vote. Let's do this. So let me know when everyone's locked in.
Locked in.
Red leader standing by. Red October standing by.
Red dice standing by.
Simply red standing by.
Go.
Locked in, locked in, locked in. Options again. 1 is brake. 2 is turn left.
3's turn right.
3 is turn right. Yeah, got turn right. Cool. Right, so you guys show.
2.
2.
2.
Oh, right. Oh, there. Okay, so we've got 2, 2 and a 3. Interesting. Well, the 2 and the 3 cancel each other out. So we've got a 2, which means you continue turning left towards Muttley and Dastardly. So you're moving at 40 miles an hour, which is 4 spaces. So if you want to move yourself 4 spaces. Alright, okay. Dastardly and Muttley are streaming forwards at a ridiculous speed. I don't know how I even did that. There's a crack of ice seem to be following them as they're darting across the ice. It seems to link up to this soft spot in the ice here. It starts to crack and they go underneath, creating a crevasse here. Through the ice, smash the Slug Brothers.
Oh, what the fuck?
Penelope Pitstop is now sunk all the way down.
F in the chat.
Right. Let's do some dice. Okay. Alright, you get no cool points from that.
Nah.
Still at max. Right, okay. Everyone, can you all vote in again? For your driving option. 1 is brake, 2 is left, 3 is right, 4 is use an item, 5 is accelerate, and 6 is an action. So we've got 2 lock-ins, anyone from online?
Let's do this.
Oh. Boom, 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 boom. Right, got online, let's show them.
6.
6,
3.
3, and a 1. Okay, so the 1 breaks. He halts he slams on the handbrake as you do a turn to the right, causing a beautiful skid just before this crevasse.
Oh, nice.
Very nice. Good move, Yggdrasil. 6 as an action. Come on, Junior, what are you doing?
What we got? What's in the day? I'm gonna hit.
You've still got the spare tire on the dashboard, sitting there, almost like a shrine.
I'm gonna look at it and I'm gonna hit more buttons.
Cool.
And as I hit the buttons,
Yep.
I turn the radio on.
Cool. What song's playing?
Whatever is appropriate for this, which I assume is Vanilla Ice. Ice Ice Baby starts playing throughout the car.
Nice,
and
I like
we're just
it.
going on with really crap 90s rap that was never good.
That's what I expect in an Italian mobster's car.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
I mean, it's either going to be, I don't know what it's going to be. It could be fucking Deflator Mouse, or it's going to be fucking Ice Ice Baby. I'm pretty sure the
It's Ice Ice Baby. I
mad
like
in the
that.
Vanilla Bob.
Bum, 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 bum. Starts humming across the ice lake.
I know this. I forgot my accent. Fuck, what was it?
It's like a Mexican Scottish person, according to your raccoon.
I'm giving it. It's making my fucking throat.
As this music starts blasting from the mob car, a lone man is woken from his slumber at the very top of the castle, which perches on the edge of the mountain, overlooking Icy Lake. The town beneath it is silent and kind of slumbering as the light is dimming. But this is the man's time to shine. It's his morning, essentially. However, he was not woken as part of his standard day-night cycle. No, he was woken up by the music. He opens the coffin lid and goes, "Blah. What is this music?" He floats to a balcony overlooking the icy lake. As he sees all of these small cars riding across the icy lake with the boom 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 humming across it, and goes, "Ugh, I hate rap music." And you see him, and he turns into a swarm of bats, and he goes into the air. Back at the icy lake, you are coming across it. Darcy and Muttley have disappeared under the water. However, the Slag brothers have broken through the icy top to join you. Penelope Pitstopper's just sunk, and you've not seen Peace Perfect in a while.
He's fucking dead.
He's probably dead. Let's roll some driving instruction things. Everyone online, if you're watching, punch in some numbers between 1 and 6. Why not? Players, lock in your answers. There's no conferring. Let's go for this, shall we? Let's see how crazy this will get. You're coming up to the end of the ice lake. Right, okay. I've got one here. Let's load them. So, Ajay, you're first.
5.
5. Accelerate. Oh, accelerate. And we've got use an item.
Okay.
So, use an item, one of you.
Oh, shame we don't have a bottle of nitrous oxide or something.
That is actually, I think it's actually one of these, but you need to,
we haven't got it.
you need to loot it.
I don't have any. I actually don't have any items. Oh no, I have this fake ID, and I look at it, and I realise I'm a raccoon and I can't read.
It's for a elderly Indian man.
Elderly Indian man.
You've never used it, and you've never thought to, but you might be able to get some alcohol from it. Why not?
All right, cool. I put it in my raccoon pocket, which is
Cool.
just a couple. It's just
like
a
a
couple
fold
of
of
fold
fat.
of fat.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It's a couple of folds of fat.
Very nice.
I was like, this might come in handy, but actually, I tentative gnaw on it first.
Cool.
Like, no,
You
I
kind
can't.
of focus your mind by gnawing on it. It's almost like the Aztec ritual of taking the idea of taking someone's eyes and you gain their sight, sort of thing. as you gnaw on this fake ID, you are transported to this man who is sitting there at this desk designing the best car, this best sports car, and you somehow gain an insight into how cars can work really well with aerodynamic kind of bodywork. I'll give you 10 extra miles per hour. So you're now going at 70 across the lake.
I mean, in real life, I genuinely have no idea how cars work.
No, I think none of us actually drive. Oh no, you do drive.
I drive. I don't know how it fucking works. I don't have a car.
It's some sort of magic that happens.
I think there's a thing called a carburetor injection module and flux capacitor.
See, this guy is a trained mechanic.
I know, and I love this.
Tony is looking at us going, "You disgusting heathens."
I find it's bloody hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for when they say about the horsepower, and it's all the horses on the treadmill.
I think what we've got to
Hamster
do.
power, isn't it?
I think we have to put sugar in the gas tank.
Yeah.
That sounds. Yeah, let's do that. Let's put sugar in the gas tank.
Right.
We don't really sugar. Shit.
So you sit there and you gain this this insight into how cars work, and you just manage to kind of get it to go faster. You move 7 spaces as the slag is out of the ice,
Older one.
and you make your way across,
Pretty G, though.
getting out. Luckily, missing.
Oh shit! I didn't realise you did that.
Was that?
You move it, and the little legs move.
Yeah.
That's fucking sick.
This is the best. Oh, you know what, I love these toys. Thank you, Tony, again. Thank you, Tony, for bringing these.
That is so bitchin'.
So you exit the ice lake, and you arrive at this kind of gravel road which leads up to the outskirts of this small town, about to rest its weary head. Obviously, it's not about to do that because 5 cars are going to go poof right through it. But at the moment, only 2 can be seen. However, this dark cloud seems to almost be targeting and descending upon you all. This dark cloud almost comes out as a large hand. Let's reset the map.
You were going to say roll initiative then, weren't you?
Yeah, I was actually.
I thought he was going to say rotate the board.
Let's roll initiative. Oh no, we're not playing D&D today. It's a one-off special, so let's reset the map back. Let's draw a quick gravel road, and we need something as. So if you can put the cars back to here, wherever they are, and I'm going
What are you trying to find?
Where's that glove gone?
Glove.
The glove. The glove will be the hand of Dracula. This glove here.
This child's glove.
This child's glove. If you're watching, Amy, I'm very sorry. They said that, not me.
Tiny glove.
This tiny glove will be Dracula's hand, and you need to. Where's the other cards gone? Where's them?
You took them away.
Did I?
Yeah.
You sure?
Well, Martley's on your desk, and
It's on my desk.
I don't know what you did with Peter Perfect. Oh, Penelope.
Oh, Penelope.
He's
Sorry.
holding that one.
Sorry, I'm going absolutely balmy. Alright, cool. There you go. And then the others have disappeared. So, what's going to happen is you need to get to the other end without the glove catching you.
okay.
Okay, right? Okay, let's do this. At the other end is the small gatehouse to this sleepy town, which will then wind its way around Dracula's castle. Everyone at home who wants to look at it, whoa, this is what 5 minutes of quick work looks like. Yes, tacky.
Look at very special effects.
The special effects, it moves. Anyway, so let's do some voting. That's the one. So everyone, lock in your answers. Everyone online who wants to play as well. Choices are 1 to 6. 1 is break, 2 is left, 3 is right, 4. I'm gonna actually know this off by heart, aren't I? 4 is use an item, 5 is accelerate, and 6 is use an action. As many people in chat, go nuts, and you guys lock in your answers. When you locked in your answers, let me know, and then we'll go off.
in.
Right, locked in. Right, Jay first.
2.
Tony.
3.
And we've got 5 from online. Thank you, Idrisil. Okay, so 2. You turn the car left.
Yeah. No, that's my left. The other left.
The other left. So you turn the car left.
Oh God, yeah.
Cool.
Sorry.
I don't know my left and my right.
Moves across. You've got 70 miles to split.
Oh no! That means I didn't want that.
It's fine. We'll go with it because you've got 70 miles to use. You're still going at 70 miles per hour. So you've got 7 squares to use before you then use your 3.
Okay.
And you've got then an extra 10 miles an hour of acceleration thanks to Yidrsil.
Let's do this.
I think I'll sort of turn this into a puppet, maybe.
Oh my god.
Oh god, what are you doing? No swearing at the camera, please.
I need 2 pence. Have you got my?
Yeah, I've got fucking loads of it. Go nuts.
Right, okay, so Tony, or Jay, can you move the car up to 7 squares in your direction? Then obviously stop. Tony will complete his direction. The rest of the remaining squares, and then plus an extra.
There we go. I think we're about.
Cool, that's 8 squares roughly.
About that.
Cool, okay. The Slay Brothers are going to just go Peter Perfect out of nowhere comes over the mountain range with this strange turbo rocket, and thank you for this camera over here because this is the only one actually capturing it. Coming over, it's going, wah! It's now going to appear in the second camera, and then Darsley and Muttley had disappeared under the ice last you had seen them.
Oh dear.
A hole opens up
Oh no!
with this large drill head
Oh no!
as they appear out of underneath. And then you hear a howling.
Oh no, our buddy's back! Oh shit!
This werewolf comes along, running and running. You then hear the strange transformer sound, and it's Penelope Pitstop.
What?
Everyone has come back.
What fuckery is this?
This is what
I
happens.
love it!
This is what happens when you got a lot of spare time.
I'm just there with a raccoon.
You're sitting there going, I've seen some weird
I'm
shit.
just typing it because I was hungry. Now I'm driving a car.
I just want to get back to LA.
I just want to get back to my meat and my pizza boxes.
Right, that's everyone's turn. Let me see how many cool points you've got. Oh dear, you've taken a bit of damage. A couple of bats have come forward from the swarm, have slammed against your windshield.
Oh god.
Taking a bit of damage. Right, let's go around again. Everyone at home, vote. Players here, vote. Tony with the glove is going to move it forward 5 spaces as it gets very close to your car.
Cool.
It's Halloween, man. It's going to be spooky.
I'm done. I'm in.
Cool. Everyone's voted in. We've got one from Yidrsil. Thank you very
I was
much.
supposed to do something.
Tony, vote.
Uh,
Cool. 1, 2, 3. Lift.
6.
oh!
6. And a 6. We've got
3 6s in
we've
that.
got 3 actions. Very nice. So let's have 2 actions from Tony and 1 from Jay.
Okay.
Right.
I'm
Make me
gonna
proud.
get out of the car.
Yep.
And jump onto the hood. Jump onto the not the hood, the
Bonnet.
the roof.
On the roof. I was
And that's
like,
not like a
Cool. Roll a alacrity check.
2 successes.
Nice. You do like this Legolas sweep onto the hood,
But-
swinging on outside the window.
But it looks ridiculous because I'm a
There's so much flat and flat. It almost looks like a sail billowing in the wind. And then it hits the hood. What are you going to do?
Instantly regret my decision.
That's a good start for a raccoon.
I'm a very. This seemed like a good idea at the time, but now I'm on the hood of the car, and I see this giant hand, and I just get really small, and just back into the windscreen. Just sort of like no,
Your ferociousness got a bit too much for you.
no, I don't like it. And I'm just cowering like in between the windscreen wipers.
As they are still on.
As they're still
One
on.
still hits you on the head.
I don't like it. This is shit.
Tony, you got 2 actions to do. What actions would you like?
Well, I think I'm going to sort of lean out the window with that. Have we still got that gun thing?
The Tommy gun, yeah.
Yeah, still going. He drops caltrops.
And take some pot shots at Dracula's woolly glove.
Cool. This is going to get weird very quickly. Cool, you take the Tommy gun. Because you got 2 actions, you notice there's a dial on the side.
Oh.
So I'm count this as a part. So you had it on the caltrop setting. There are 3 other settings. Roll.
A D3.
Roll a ferociousness to see what setting you'll pick. If you get, oh, at least a success.
That's a fucking success.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a 6.
Cool. You got two of them. You've got caltrops. One that looks like someone napping,
Oh.
and one that looks like someone's really angry. Which one do you turn it to?
I better select the nap one because I'm getting a bit bloody tired.
Cool. You turn it to the sleepy time one. You've got the gun ready. You're hanging outside the passenger window. What are you doing?
Shoot.
Cool. Roll for another ferociousness. Cool. 2 bats are taken out from the swarm and they hit the ground and he hears shoo as it goes. Well, shoo as you're passing past it. Okay, move yourself 8 squares because you're still going 80 miles an hour. They appear out and they're going 50, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The Boulder Brothers seem to be preparing some strange trebuchet, because obviously everyone knows that's better than a catapult. Peter Perfect swings round and is joining in, and Penelope Pitstop looks very hungry.
Oh shit!
Right, let's just do some catch up on the swarm. The swarm is approaching on you. Oh dear. 2 of the bats are slam against the windshield, breaking it. Causing you to fall back. Let's see a rotundity check, please.
Rotundity check. 2 successes!
Nice. You slap one of the bats away and it goes and flies back like a little flying dog. Another one gets into the car with you. The driver's area, whatever you want to call it. Into the driver's seat with you and starts flopping around and smashing a load of buttons.
No.
Like the arms come out again and start working on the car, giving you a bit of health.
Excellent.
But then, cab, thank you very much. Thank you, you're still saving my life. And then,
we totally don't drive.
yeah, we don't drive. You can tell.
We don't need to.
Tony technically is. You do. Yeah.
We don't know shit.
We don't know
it's fine.
He knows how to take one apart, and that is it. But yeah, so it gets in and starts smashing those buttons, causing these repair arms to come in and try to repair your vehicle. But the bats start ripping them apart
What the
as the
fuck?
swarm is engulfing your car. Resets. Everyone vote. Lock those answers in.
Done.
Yggdrasil, let's see if we can. Oh, nice. Yggdrasil's just like Tony. Doesn't drive, likes being under the hood. Alright, so everyone lock in. Yggdrasil's voting. He's voted. Right, let's see him. So Jay
It's
first.
a 6.
Tony, you're next.
5.
And a 5 here. Right, so you guys book it out of the swarm of bats. You've got an extra 20 miles an hour. The bats were slowing you down a bit, so I'll say you go 90.
Jesus Christ,
Like
this car
that.
could do that.
Yeah. Fucking 1920s, he had no fucking limit. You're at very risky health as bits of the car are starting to be scraped apart from these bats.
No.
Let's see your action. You are in the cab area. Thank you.
Yep.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna
This
get-
bat flying around.
I'm gonna try and
Can't do that.
grab
There
the
you go.
bat.
Okay, roll a ferociousness check.
Oh.
Or an
Alacrity.
alacrity. That's the one to catch it.
I'm gonna try and catch it with alacrity. With 1 success.
Cool. You managed to hold its wings down. What do you do?
Um,
You've got a load of points to use. So
I want to I want to use the. I assume there's still some like bits of net left from the.
Yeah, there's like a tether still,
little
like.
tethers, like little, maybe like about, I don't know, 2 square feet.
Yeah, I like that.
I want to use that. I want to use that to sort of wrap the bat up in.
Mhm.
And I want to try and place him, attach him to the other side of the car where the flame decal is, but the other side. So the bat is now the flame decal.
Okay,
on the
roll
other
a chutzpah.
1 success.
Nice. You net up this bat and you start fixing it to the side.
Yes.
You've got your flame decal on the left with a couple of ribbons in it, and now you've got this bat decal on the right.
And we all know this makes it go faster.
Of course. Yeah, that's a good point. Right, so the rest of the crew, the Slack Brothers launch their trebuchet. Oh my!
Oh, cracky.
And it lands, burrowing out Dudley and Muttley. They stream forward. Penelope Pitstop is really chasing up on Peter Perfect, and she's baring her teeth at him. She be hungry. Let's reset and everyone vote. Let me roll some of these dice. Oh, I've done that already. Oh no, I lied. Interesting. Everyone vote. Okay, and reveal.
2.
2.
6.
And we got a 2 from Yggdrasil. So the 2 2s, you turn straight past, you dart past Darsley and Muttley, and is that a 6?
Mm-hmm.
What do you do? As you were firing this gun.
I want to change my target
Hmm?
and shoot it at the Slag Brothers instead.
Oh wow! Right, okay.
Drive by, yo.
God, this is like so 1920s. It's like fucking watching Archer. What's 1920s? Archer? It wasn't Archer Vice. It was Archer.
Miami Vice? Magnum PI? Where are you going?
No. I'll come back to it. I'll put that on hold. Okay, so you're going to fire some guns. So
little friend.
roll of ferociousness. What was that? Can't read it.
No.
5?
5.
5, yeah. The bullets hit them, and they immediately fall asleep at the wheel. Don't do that. As they spin, turning into this rolling boulder, almost something from Indiana Jones, and crash into Darsley and Muttley. The Dracula's bat hand gets ever closer. Right, cool. The bats come either side, and you feel the car lifting as he carries you towards Dracula's castle. Oh my god, what?
Losing our bloody minds.
Yep. He carries you off to Dracula's castle. I've got it here, there you go. Now, this is actually the oh my god, what have we done?
We have sinned again. God.
As Penelope Pitstop and Peter Perfect go barreling up the road through the gate into the town. Dracula takes you off to his castle. So
Oh, shit.
he takes you off to this castle. There's kind of like that. We're flying in the air, but with more of a music kind of Halloweeny key. Bum, 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 bum.
I can show you the valves.
Oh my god, that's now going on a t-shirt. He drops the car onto the castle grounds. It's beaten up, but you see all of these antique cars,
Ugh.
also on the castle grounds. He drops you into his garage, kind of, what's it called?
Car graveyard.
Car graveyard, basically. It's this massive trash, almost like a trash heap of antique cars. Some of them are in pristine condition, very looked after. If not, there are just piles of chassis, axles, wheels, stuff.
Challenge.
This is the Scrappy Challenge round. Peter Perfect and Penelope Pitstop have got to go round this course here. I'm actually trying to do it backwards, so it's really difficult. I've got to go around this. You are here, so you can make it if you can fix this car quick enough. You're in a 1920s, 1930s car. I know nothing of... Tony is the person who's good on engines. Yggdrasil seems to be good on engines as well, so I'm sure you can always ask the audience.
Nah, fuck that. Let's just scrap the fuck out of it.
Right, so... Dracula lands you, and the car thumps, the wheels go out to the side, the car somehow has a sad face on it. Dracula then falls back into itself going, "Blah, you noisy things, you woke me up from my nap." I'm not going to do this voice long.
Carry on, no, I'm enjoying this.
But it's going to go on for as long as possible.
Yeah,
he goes,
I'm surprised you didn't do the Kenneth Williams voice, actually.
which one was that one?
It was sort of like, flying tonight!
But yes. So, you think yourself racers, yeah? You are nothing compared to Dracula. I am the best racer of them all. And he kind of goes, obviously, through these cars and finds himself. All of these I have won various championships around the world. Now most of them are just scrap. So I offer you this, your life, for eternal glory of finalizing in this race on behalf of Dracula himself. You may help yourselves to my scrap heap, but I give you 1 hour.
No. Robert Llewellyn just rocks off for no reason.
Shit, what's his name?
Robert Llewellyn.
Robert Llewellyn turns out and goes, "Alright guys, so what you need to do is you need to get yourself a quick... What you need to do is get yourself a quick racing vehicle, and you get yourself down there." I can't do a Welsh accent, I'm just not going to do it. He's
Crichton from Red Dwarf.
Yeah,
mate, if you've watched him.
Oh, I can't do Crichton's voice either, shit. If anyone's not watched Red Dwarf, watch Red Dwarf. Fucking brilliant.
Don't forget Dick Strawberry.
And, oh god, no. Anyway, he goes, "Right, so you got yourself 1 hour to try and pick yourself a nice thing." You see this another crew of this really big handlebar moustache guy in red suits. I honestly can't remember any of the team's names either.
Scrappy Challenge, what a beast.
Oh, I fucking love it. But anyway, you've got to make yourself... you've got to get your car working again. You've got an hour, and you've got to do as many checks as possible.
Okay.
So I'm going to say you can do 1 check every 10... let's try and break this down easily. So I say 6 checks.
6 checks.
6 checks to try and get this car working. Do it absolutely nuts. You've got a load of points. Stock
Okay,
up.
cool points.
So as soon as Tony gets back from surviving the death by Scrappy Challenge, what was the team name that got into the championships? Fucking like the Bodge Builders or something like this.
There's thousands of them, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they had the red one with really kind of the guy with the thick handlebar moustache. I honestly can't remember the name of it.
Back a long way.
Anyway, recommend it. Scrappy Challenge.
Right. What are we grabbing?
So you got 6 checks. You've got an hour to try and get this car working again, and you got 13 kill points. So go absolutely nuts.
Whoops, too late.
So you got 2 of these. Obviously, one of these are obviously you can find or create a better route through Dracula's castle out of the mountains and back onto the track. So you can save 1 up for then, or 2, or however many. So let's start rolling something, shall we?
All right. I want to see what can I scavenge? Just general random shit I can scavenge.
So immediately in front of you, you see like this massive scrap pile of what seems to be different car doors.
Okay.
And you see different. So you see like one from a Volvo, one
from a Datsun Cherry.
Yeah, one from a Robin Reliant.
1974 Austin Maxi.
Yeah. You find yourself. Like,
He's one hell of a racer, Dracula. He's winning championships in all these
shite
cars.
Yeah. You know, the fame of someone who would get a win from a Robin Reliant would be untold. Exactly. Anyway,
Right.
and Dracula did it.
I never spun it once.
The tricks is the bats. So, right, yeah. So you've got this giant load of car doors next to you. There, next to that is almost a small castle of tires.
I want to get the biggest tyre I can, the biggest tyre that my tiny raccoon body can realistically lift.
Roll rotundity. Rotundity? Yeah.
Check is 2 successes.
2 successes. Cool. You spot and start wheeling back the wheels for. Think of a very big wheel car.
A monster truck.
Bit smaller.
This raccoon, like.
You start pulling back these
No
absolutely
shit.
massive wheels. Still, if you can think of some massive wheels, that'd be great. And you start rolling them back. They will not fit in this chassis, but it'll look badass if you can raise the chassis and raise the
I'm going
thing.
to take his lead pipe and just hit it.
You start whacking away. Tony, what's... tractor tyres. There you go, sorted. You find some tractor tyres. Good shout.
I'm going to hit it and see what happens.
You do the weird kind of Minecraft thing where you just keep smacking it and eventually it works. Tony, you got 5 checks, one's been a pass. What do you do to try and get this car working in under an hour?
I think the best thing to do would be to see if I can find a better engine, bigger engine.
Yeah? Okay.
Peter, what's his name?
Peter Perfect.
No. Perfect, there we are, yeah. His drag.
Fucking hell!
It does fucking less
See,
as
he's
well.
got a good
That's
engine.
brilliant.
Oh my god, yes. Roll. Okay, so I'm going to use 2 of your core points. You find a turbo rocket.
Oh no.
I'm sorry.
You find a turbo
I wanted
rocket.
to do that whole fucking
It
night.
normally has 1 use, but I'm going to use one of your core points. So you can use it to boost your speed plus 30 miles an hour, but also it will just make your car go. It will just work with the engine. So you replace the engine, and now you've got this massive air-fueled turbo engine.
You've got a jet-powered car. Hey, Jay Leno's got one of them, you know.
Ah.
Yeah. What was I going to say?
I've still
Right.
got the lit cigar. We can light this bad boy.
Right, so we've got 4 checks left.
I want to see if I can find something that resembles. I want to see if I can find a spoiler. That's the thing, isn't it?
Spoilers make everything go faster than last
Yeah.
I checked.
I want to
Okay.
see if I can find the biggest, dumbest looking fucking spoiler I can find.
Oh, you want one of those that has the front and the back, like I used to get on the old Capris.
I want just a spoiler as big as the fucking car.
Okay.
You
You
just jerry rig it out of
you
like,
decide
top panels and shit.
you decide to climb the mountain of tires. Roll alacrity. Alacrity.
1 success.
1 success. Okay. You climb your way up there. You climb to the top, and you spot a load of spoilers. There's ones like for cars. There's ones for Game of Thrones. There's loads of spoilers and a lot.
Naruto spoilers.
There's Naruto
Bleach
spoilers. God, there's forums of spoilers just dedicated to this. But you also see a load of fucking bonnet, man. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Bonnet and roof and
I get as
the back ones. The back spoilers. You see fucking like you can
The back-
you can make this thing look like a stegodon
yes.
in spoilers.
I'm doing it.
Right, so
I'm
you
doing
go off, but you'll need a hand to lift them.
Oh, like I couldn't lift the fucking tire.
You managed to somehow you managed to go
Rolled
in.
it.
You rolled it like a hamster wheel.
yeah. I'm just on top of it, like walking backwards.
Yggdrasil says use a Senna plane wing for your spoiler.
Is that-
There's no Senna plane stuff. It's all cars because Dracula's a weirdo. Tony, what do you do to try and get this car going really, really quickly? You've got spoilers. You've got big ass wheels. You've got your thing.
Lighten it.
The engine.
We
You
need to
light.
take out all the seats we don't need and just leave them here.
Cool. You start ripping out the seats. Roll ferociousness as you get really pissed off and you start whacking it with your lead pipe. You manage to like rip half of one of the seats out, but it doesn't really do much.
Just sort of ruin the car.
Robert Llewellyn comes around and starts kind of make idle chat with Dracula, and then you hear Dracula go bleh and start biting into his neck. Starts biting him down, subduing him down. Robert Llewellyn's dead.
I've had enough of your joyful chatter.
Damn it, Clayton.
Call me a smackhead, will you?
Smee. Anyway, Tony, what do you do? Oh no, not Tony. Jay, what do you do? Two checks left.
Have I got these spoilers? Did I get them on the car?
Got all spoilers. Yeah,
Okay,
you've got this little quad bike that you somehow
Right.
got because that's a scrappy challenge.
I want to go and find. I want to go and find as much sticky shit as I can.
Okay.
Like specifically,
Dracula goes, do not go into that closet. That's my closet.
I go into his closet.
No! It's a pantry full of pepperoni.
That's not where I thought that was going.
Cured meat is the stickiest meat. Do you not know this?
It's
I was
delicious.
going to feel his back issues of
Yeah.
Fusty from Pirella.
Yeah. It's a booberella, wasn't it?
I've lost my fucking mind here. I just go ham on this ham.
Literally. Okay,
Literally.
nice. You take armfuls of like Pomerania ham,
Oh,
shit. You take like chorizos and everything. You just start grabbing it into your arms and you start hauling it back to the car.
Sprocket, I got snacks.
Dracula
Got
goes,
some snacks for the drive.
Dracula goes, if you win me this, you can take all the cured meat that you can carry with you home. Roll rotundity to make sure that you don't go nuts and just start eating it here.
One success.
You start eating the pepperoni, but you kind of start burying it like a squirrel and start covering it in like the leftover seat in the back. You start shoving it and pushing it through.
I'll come back for you all day.
You start going, oh yes, I'll love you later.
Yeah.
Yeah, go full Gollum on this chorizo.
Scottish Mexican golem.
Right, so you still need to
back
lift.
for your
You still need to lift
later.
this chassis, and you've got one check left.
So you do what, sorry?
Need to lift this chassis to get those wheels working, because you still need to raise the chassis. Don't raise the roof. Right, Tony, it's your go. What do you do?
Guess we need to raise the ride height.
That's the one. That's the
Yes.
one. Right, how are you going to do that though? What do you need to find in the scrap heap?
What's the most Atlantis way of doing that?
What car has a ridiculous ride height?
Some proper, like, American Plymouth that's all tripped out.
Fucking lowrider with hydraulics and full on San Andreas.
Just
Roll-
fit up the hydraulics, that's it, that's what we need.
Fuck, you need to find some massive hydraulics then, don't you, to replace?
Yeah.
Right, you climb up the spoiler tower now, entering the third section of the scrap heap. Roll an alacrity to see if you can climb up to the top and find something. Is that 4?
That's 2 successes.
Two successes. Right, you go up to the top and you find the hydraulics. Oh, here we go. Yeah, that's a great thing for Yggdrasil here. Suspension and leaf springs from hillbilly trucks that Dracula had been looting from the southern states of America whilst touring.
Lad's been busy.
Yeah. I get bored. I'm at least 700 years old. I can actually keep doing this, actually. It's not amazing, but it's alright.
Imagine when he does it tomorrow at work phone.
Good
Just
morning.
answers the phone.
Yeah.
Good morning, and how can I direct your call?
I think I do. I make a rule that I do not answer my phone. They have to Slack message me first. So I'll just put that. I'll be just kind of put a picture of Count Dracula. Steve is here.
Oh, the Count from Sesame Street.
Count with Count.
Count from Count.
Yeah.
Try another 1, 2, 3 times.
Anyway.
Press 1 to get to Steve. Press 1, 2 to leave a message.
You sound like Dr. Doofenshmirtz.
I never said I was good.
Platypus, what are you doing here?
Dracula says, these are my flatmates. They're all cowards. We've even got the ones from We Lurk in the Shadows as well.
Oh, there's the Kiwi motherfucker.
Right, anyway, yes, you find these hydraulics from these old hillbilly trucks. Suspension and lease rings on these hillbilly trucks. Thank you, Idrisil, for noting. You start fitting them to the truck and roll a ferociousness to see how well you fit them with your iron pipe.
Can I use one of my magic points or whatever?
Use a couple of
Oh yeah,
points
you
for
can
that.
use how many you want. You've got loads of points.
It's like,
You've got
I'll
loads.
use 1 and I'll get 2. There we are.
Yeah, you got
There we
success.
got one.
Nice.
It's on.
Cool. You start working away, and then Dracula goes. It looks. He hears kind of you see the timer goes down, and then this massive wrecking ball hits the giant gong from a scrappy challenge way, and Robert Llewellyn, kind of like a thrall, goes, "Stop! It's done now, master." He starts bowing to Dracula, and Dracula goes, "Oh, I forgot to kill him. I accidentally made him my thrall. Oh well." And he goes, "You better go and check after chase after Penelope, those other two. Now remember, make sure to win. And at the end, I will be in the car with you. I need to win this." Right. Okay. You start riding down the mountainside of Dracula's castle.
I'm just looking at that model. I've just seen a bitchin' model on your fucking windowsill that works so well. Tiny, the one directly behind your head.
Oh no, that one.
That one.
What's this? This is now the souped up version of your car.
This big fucking bitchin' quad bike. I love that.
So Dracula's gone. So say goodbye to the Dracula glove.
Bye bye, Dracula glove. Go
Wow.
wave it for camera.
Oh, they kind of had like the rock thing. That one. So I'll give that back to. That's what that is, Amy. So, there you go.
Oh, you freaked out. What's his face?
Mary. Sorry, Mary. Right, so you've got the mountainside. You see Penelope and Peter darting along. They seem to be smashing each other off the side. Penelope has this bestial anger around with her. Behind them is Darcy and Muttley and the Slag brothers, and they are closing in behind, and you are barreling down this mountainside. Is there anything you want to do before you hit the road?
Hit the radio.
Cool. What tune is playing?
Bat out of hell.
Oh fuck. Yes. Hands down, yes.
All 8 minutes of bat out of hell.
Right, what's
Put it
happening?
on the old auto changer.
What's going to happen is that because it's really loud, it causes the mountains to shake. So there's like a snowdrift coming down with you.
Yes!
You are riding this avalanche. Right, and you are back in the race with everyone else. You get a good lead from everyone. So you're now going to be fighting this way. As you've got this souped up car. Move your
Can we
pencil.
balance the other car on top of it?
Oh, the anthill mob, yeah. Yes!
There we go.
That's perfect! That is so good.
This is the end of our ending bits of our race now. So
Make it look like we've got proper rear wheels up.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what we do, isn't it? Yeah.
right, okay.
Yes! Yes, man. Fishing.
Okay, so this is how it's going to work. There is a hairpoint turn, so you need to hit the end of the track, which is over here for the camera, and you need to then turn and go all the way back, and then you need to do a full sprint of the lap again, and then you're at the finishing line. Okay? What's going to happen is everyone is at the same speed, apart from you guys. You are a bit faster, so everyone else is at 40 miles an hour, barreling down. You are at 50. So you move 5 squares. Everyone who's online, get ready to vote on stuff, because this is the final stretch now. So let's do it. Everyone vote in. Yggdrasil and everybody else, vote in your driving instructions. If there's anyone new in the chat, 1 is brake, 2 is left, 3 is right. 4 is use an item, 5 is accelerate, and 6 is use an action. You guys, let me know when you're locked in. Yggdrasil has put in a chat in. Is there anybody else? Please put it in as well. Right. Let's reveal.
We have a 6.
Over.
5.
And we have a 6 from Yggdrasil. So, 5, you barrel ahead. You can move 6 squares instead of 5. You're now at 0 HP, and you still have 9.
No, that doesn't. I've got. Well, lift it. If you pull it back, it goes.
Oh no!
Yeah,
You
it's
better turn it round the right way.
Yeah.
Then.
Oh no.
Oh,
Okay, so you can move it 6 squares.
it's about there then.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. And we've got the 2 actions. So Jay, and I'll give the other action to Tony. Jay, what's your action?
I hit the biggest button that I can see.
Cool.
What does this do?
Okay, let's do this. Roll ferociousness.
Oh, can I do score points?
Yeah. How many cool points do you want to use?
I want to use 2 cool points,
Cool. You're on 7 cool points.
which is 1 success.
Cool. You kind of zone in and kind of do Witcher sense almost for the biggest button. This big giant red button looks out to you.
I'm colourblind, so I'll just.
Oh, that's a good point. This big button looks out to you. You have no idea what it does. It just has this it almost looks like a container, almost with a hatch that opens, and it's all you can really see. Smack it. Cool. You smack that, and the boot opens,
Oh shit!
and barrels start pouring out with fuses that are lit.
Oh shit!
On the next turn,
Kaboom!
yeah, it's going to hit at least 2 of those. We'll roll some dice and see how ferocious it is.
Yeah.
And I'll give you some bonus dice as well and see how many cards you take out.
Oh, let's do it!
They bumbles back. Tony's action. You see Junior goes around and hits the biggest button, unleashing a load of barrels. But what does your character Sprocket do?
I mean, I've got to try and hit some buttons too.
I think we're running out of buttons now. Roll ferociousness to try and get a button, but you'll need. I will say you need a really good score on this one. No,
Yes,
there are no buttons left. You have used the entire dashboard.
lighter in and out.
It's now changed to a radio station that says, "We play the best rock track music. We built this city.
Oh
We
shit!
built this city on," and it's just like you just sit there going, "No, turn it off!" And you turn it across to Heart FM because it's Brighton.
When you get Brotherhood of Man singing Kisses for Me.
Yeah.
God.
You stick Eurasia on. A little respect.
Just keep hitting buttons until fucking Kiss from a Rose comes on. It's like belting down.
Yeah, that works. Yeah, man. Oh yeah, you got the horn as well. You just sit there going. Cool. Let's move these guys along. The Boulder Brothers seem to be using a winch that has a very sharp wooden stick on it, and it's aiming for your tires. Darcy and Muttley seem to be coming up across it as well. Right, you ready for your barrels?
Yeah.
Right, let's roll Chutzpah,
Oh.
and each success is a barrel exploding.
That is one success.
Cool. Choose a car.
I've always hated this fucker.
Cool.
I've always hated Pitch Perfect.
He flips, immediately stalling, as Penelope rides up. Maybe the big button. A horn's a big button, right?
In the middle of the
No,
steering
on
wheel,
an
yeah.
old car like that, it'd be like, be on the side, wouldn't
Oh, that's
it?
very true. I think he's trying to communicate. Very true. Okay, that's their turn. Let's roll for some coolness. You got 2 coolness there. You got 3 coolness back. The wooden stick from the Boulder Bros, that's not right, from the Slab Bros car kind of smacks into your tyres. It doesn't deflate it, but the stick is now going in it.
Oh.
So you've taken 1 point of damage. Right, your turn. Everybody vote.
Min.
I really like this game. We should do this more often. We should
Yeah.
do more audience participation.
Yeah.
Neither still. How you like the audience participation? Right, ready?
Yes.
Reveal.
3.
5. We got a 3 from Yggdrasil.
Ah, great minds think alike.
Cool. So you are turning right.
I want to sort of
So
veering because I'm using the. I want to use the stick that he's put in.
Oh,
the
so
tyre.
smack.
Just to sort of keep either try and ram him off the road or just to try and
You've got
just.
you got cool points to ram chumps off
Actually,
the road.
no. And we want to ram him off the road, but I want to ram him off the road
In style.
by sort of matching their speed,
Mm.
and each time the wheel rotates, just smacks him in the back of the head.
Fucking
It's
yes.
like, gung, 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 gung.
Yeah. Okay, so turn your 60 degrees. You've got 6 squares.
1,
Oh, you did 5. You got 7 squares now because you're going even faster.
7. Yeah, about here.
You smack one of the Boulder brothers in the head, causing him to turn. Does seem like they're coming forward and having to swerve to negate your massive tyres. And Penelope Pitstop is looking extremely hungry still, and she's chasing after you as a new bit of food. And you'd still like joining us.
Hey!
Nice to hear. Good. I'll do this more often. Right. Cool. Okay. That is everybody. Last I checked. Cool. Okay. So let's do some coolest dice. Oh. That stick is doing a lot of damage to the inner rim of the wheel thing. Wheel arch, maybe?
Yeah.
Why not? You've taken 2 points of damage.
Oh, how are we looking? How's the car looking?
3 damage out of 10.
Okay.
So you're not doing too bad, but you've regained 3 cool points. So you're on 12. So you use 1 to run people through. Cool. Okay, everyone vote.
Bam.
My drink. We'll see how far we can keep this acceleration going.
Yeah.
Because we've got that fucking turn coming up.
Yeah. Cool.
Oh, good point. Cool. Okay, so we've got. So you guys reveal
6.
6, 2, and a 5. Okay, so 2. So you turn left, so you straighten out the car again.
Yes.
Cool, and you can move. We've got a 5 here, so you can move that up to 8 spaces. Cool. coming up to the edge where you're going to start doing a hairpin turn, and your action.
My 6. With that stick is doing damage.
Mm-hmm.
I would take the spare tyre.
Yep.
And throw it out the window.
Cool.
Just try and knock it off.
Okay, you're just going to throw it down
Just
where
gonna
the
go
stick is.
doing and try and just knock it off. Knock the stick off.
Roll your alacrity.
2 successes.
Nice. Yeah. You pick up the tire and you get out the window. You kind of find it a bit struggling. You get it out and you go, poof, and it hits the stick. It rolls down the road, just missing Darcy and Muttley, which are coming right at you. You see this drill point that's still on them. Is it's coming right for you.
Oh shit!
These guys, the car opens up this massive maw.
Nah.
And these sharpened teeth, which came from the grill, essentially, and devours
Oh no!
the car.
Oh, what's that bloody film?
I was thinking of actually more like Bender from the
Oh, the Honkening.
yeah. Oh.
Is it the Honkening? Yeah, I'm sure it's the Honkening.
Peter Perfect's back in the race. He's going to try and catch up, but the Slide Brothers are definitely out. She's coming up towards you, and her mouth is open still. And she's going to try and bite the back of your car. You need to try and get out of there as soon as possible. Roll some dice.
I'm in.
Going really fucking fast. Ooh. You're getting a lot of cool points for how fast you're going. But you're getting a few hits as well as she's starting to scrape the back of your car. You've hit your max cool points, 15. Right, everyone vote.
I'm in.
If anyone wants to know what this game is, by the way, it's Crash Pandas. You can find it on the internet. You literally type in Crash Pandas. You'll see a few links. There's one for the Patreon for Grant Howitt, and you can download the text one-page PDF, which basically looks like this. And it's really fun. I've been looking forward to this for a while. Jay found it, and yeah, I'm sure you've been waiting to play this one out.
I would like to do this again.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, Christmas special coming up.
Hell yeah!
So if you can put a Christmas theme on it.
Oh,
Definitely.
mate, totally.
Okay.
Definitely got some Christmas cars.
There we go. We've got a Christmas train set. We can build your Christmas train set into it.
I don't fancy bringing my Christmas train set here by train.
Damn it, that'd be ridiculous. Anyway, okay, cool. Okay, so let's reveal. I've got user shields.
1.
Okay, well 1,
3.
and we've got a 4. Okay, so 1 we break. We go down to 70 miles an hour.
I want to slam on the brake. I want to specifically slam on the brake.
Cool. You start skidding because you've got the right turn.
Yeah.
So you turn right.
Hard right.
It's a hard left.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, but it's fine. I know what you mean. So I'll let that be a 2. So you start skidding, and you've got an action. If you guys want to use an action, not an action, an item. Any
Ooh.
items left?
Nothing left, but I have an idea. Actually, no. Do we still have that ethanol left? Any more of
You
that?
have the lit cigarette.
Yeah.
You have the whiskey barrel. You have the whiskey barrel of ethanol left because you spun it out. You didn't actually empty it.
Tommy gun.
You got the Tommy gun.
We might still have the fedora, but we definitely don't have the suit.
Yes, you have the fedora, but not the suit.
Okay. That's fine. I have an idea. I want to throw the. If we're doing the action, I would like to throw both the barrel and the lit cigarette
Oh my god. Okay, yeah.
at Penelope Pitstop.
Oh, nice. Okay, roll alacrity to.
I want to use a cool point just to make sure it works.
Yep. Yeah, 15. That goes down to 14 cool points.
That is
That's
all successes.
Oh my! You
That
just
is-
describe it, and you immediately succeed.
So I've
Oh yeah, and you have meats and pieces of seeds.
Meats and pieces of seeds. The meats do go no.
That's
meats
going
and,
on a T-shirt.
Meats and seeds. So
So many
I
Christmas presents.
heave out the barrel, and it bounces down the track.
Ooh, Dam Buster style.
Full on bouncing bomb, but this is bouncing.
It's almost like
whiskey.
Donkey Kong.
Yeah,
Boing,
it's
boing,
exactly how it was. It's like
boing.
Donkey Kong.
Yep.
So a barrel rolls out, it bounces, it smacks into the maw of Penelope Pitstop's mouth.
Oh yeah, it crushes down
Uppercut.
the standard
It crushes
thing.
down. It crushes down, but it's not strong enough to break it.
Yeah.
So it's almost like jammed in there.
Yeah.
It's leaking out. All this liquid is leaking out. This
Yep.
flour.
Like her thing starts to wobble a bit.
I take one last puff of the cigarette, resisting every urge I can not to eat it.
Yep.
Because it looks delicious. And just fling it out.
Yep. Almost like bullet time. This thing flies slowly, and then
realise that's not how this works.
no.
So I'll take the cigarette lighter and throw that.
Poof! A massive explosion rips Penelope Pitstop's wear car completely up. She is out of the race. Do you see the Boulder Brothers also flying separately? What are they called again?
The Slag Brothers.
No, each one. Gravel and
Rock and Gravel.
Rock and Gravel blasting off again. Meow. And they go to distance. So your only two competitors are Peter Perfect, who is really coming up close, and Dastardly and Muttley, who are coming in with a drill bit and are going to start attacking the back of your car and giving you a point of damage. Right, let's roll some dice for your coolness on that, because that was pretty fucking ridiculous. That was a good amount of coolness. And you get a bit of extra damage. You're back up to top coolness. Everyone, let's vote in some dice. So lock in once
Locked
you're
in.
ready. And we'll see if you're still. So we do a wacky races one. What other ones are there? Okay,
Okay, we're in.
ready when you're in.
2.
2,
4.
4, and a 6. So 2, you continue turning left.
Mhm.
So you skid round. Tony, if you could do the honours, please. Cool. You've got 7. You've got 7 spaces to use.
Ooh, wow.
So you clip the front of Dazzling Muttley's car, which crushes it. You've got use an item. Is it you got D4?
Yes.
So Tony, you want to use an item?
I'm going to lean out of the drive on the left hand side in America. Yeah, so lean out of the windows, we did that, and throw my lead bar at them.
At the Dazzling Muttley, yeah. Roll ferocity, I guess. Oh no, alacrity. Electricity.
Okay.
Electrum.
Electrum, yeah.
6. Actually, see two
It's 2
sixes.
6s.
Yeah, man. Like you throw this lead pipe, and it smacks Dastardly in the head, and he's out. He's like, you see these stars going around.
It's the pigeon.
Yeah. And Muttley's trying to swipe at the pigeon as the pigeon gets angry and pecks him in the head. It's like, and you got a 6 from Yggdrasil. So Jay, you got an action.
I'm going to grab the wheel with both my tiny little raccoon hands.
Yep.
And in my mouth, I've got one of the meats. And it's like, just peering over with my bandit mask still on, just like...
Yep.
I don't know what I'm doing, but this is cool.
Cool. Yeah. I would say you
salivating a little bit.
get an extra dice of ferocity.
Alright.
Okay. Peter Perfect's going to skid in. Same with Dastardly Muttley. No, Dastardly Muttley actually going to go this way.
Where the fuck are they going? Oh, good.
Okay. The speed you're going at is causing kind of the chassis to shake quite a bit. You're taking a bit of damage.
Oh no!
But you're on literally the final long stretch after this turn. Let's roll some dice. Roll some dice? No, you don't roll. You vote.
Voting.
So let's put down some dice. As you and Peter Perfect are now in the last stretch to try and win the wacky race.
I'm in.
So Tony, once you're locked in. Right, cool. Reveal.
2.
2.
And a 5 from online. So
Oh!
you are literally. Poof, you got 8 squares, and you turn completely in line with Peter Perfect. So move yourself. Is that all 8 squares?
That's not. No, keep going. 4 more.
Are there?
2 more. That's it.
Oh,
Oh.
God.
Yeah, just the
Oh,
line.
God.
To the line.
There is definitely a need for speed.
Top fucking danger zone comes on the radio.
You got 8 fucking danger zone. Cool, you got 80 miles an hour. Let's roll some dice. Alright. Chassis starting to vibrate, fucking pretty heavy now. You've still got that rocket. It's a fucking air-fueled engine, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's starting to creep ahead. It's your turn. Let's all vote. Wait for Yggdrasil again.
Do this.
Cool, right, let's go.
6.
4 and a 5. So you're still accelerating 90 miles an hour. So Tony, if you can move 9 squares forward. Gotta go fast. Oh, come on now. Sonic's hurt a lot of us. I've actually seen the leaks. There's supposed to be leaks for the new design.
Oh, it's not the. I want it to be the shit design. I wanted to see that absolute car wreck of a movie.
Oh.
Meow.
No, bad man.
Hey, I'm all about shy films.
That's very true. Cult classics. Right, 4. Who had the 4?
Was that me?
Right, use an item.
Use this super jet engine we got. That'll be handy.
Cool. You have to Mad Max style it.
Oh.
It's air fueled, isn't it? It's not going to have a button inside. Or will it? Didn't think about that. I did say you hit all buttons.
Would it be like a sort of nitrous button or something?
Fuck it, yeah. Make it easy.
So like lift a little plastic flap.
You have 2 keys. You open them at the same time. You flip 2 locks. And you've got 2 switches you have to hit both at the same time. You prepare them. Roll a rotundity check to try and make sure you stay in place because you're gonna go fast. As you hit the button, you are thrown into the back seat of the car. You've got an action.
Actually, well, it was going to be something along the lines of do something with the rocket, but you got this. I'm just going to carry on. I'm just going to hold the steering wheel to try and make sure we don't go up.
Okay, I'm going to add 30 miles an hour to your speed, which is 120 miles an hour. You are currently holding onto the steering wheel, but you are spaceballsing it where your legs are flying out behind you. And you're like, "Wah!" As you are jetting in front, you can move yourself 3 extra spaces. Sorry, 3 extra spaces. You can use yourself 12 spaces as you.
That's it. That's off the edge. That.
Yeah.
That's easily.
You dart right in front of Peter Perfect, leaving him in the dust. You dart across the finishing line to crowds of loads of people. They throw their cereal in the air. They're like, yes, yes. as the wacky races has finally finished and a town has survived.
I mean, how long does this rocket still go? Because
It's basically you are driving this thing slowly to the airport.
Oh shit! I mean, it'll take out the whole fucking town.
You see,
Nuke it.
you see, as the rocket finally stops towards the airport entry gate. The anthill mob crew just sitting there, really sad, at the entrance because they had to go home.
Oh shit!
And they see their car completely converted into this crazy ass thing, and they're going, "Hey, boss, it's our car, but what the hell?" And they start going up to it. By this point, you've managed to kind of sneak off back into the airport and get your way into it. As they approach the car, this figure stops them and goes, "No, this is mine," and he starts driving it away.
Oh! And the anthill mob are just sad at the
They sit there, they're sad, and they all start walking back to the terminal. You find your way back onto a flight back to LA.
Yeah.
I've got
all the
arms and pockets full of stuff. You've got your
1940s fedora.
You've got your 1940s fedora, and Dracula's got a winning car.
Yeah.
And that's the end.
Yeah, that was brilliant.
Thank you for joining. Thank you to Yggdrasil for participating. That was a lot of fun. Obviously, follow. That's not going to be fun to open. So make sure you follow us on Twitch. We won't have a session next week because I'm on holiday. So it'll be the week after. So what date would that be?
That will be the...
So make sure you've clicked the follow button on our Twitch, and then you'll know when we're live. Normally it's 7:30 on Mondays, but also we've got
7:30 GMT.
GMT. Yeah. So if you're American, apologies.
But
But
that is in America, like 11 o'clock in the morning, maybe.
oh, that's a good point.
What's the fucking time difference?
8 hours? Oh, it depends on what coast you're on. 6 or 8 hours or something.
Yeah, Pacific and
Pacific and Eastern.
something else.
Eastern and Pacific
Eastern
times.
Pacific.
Yeah.
I've got no idea.
No idea. Anyway, so it's GMT or BST, one of the two.
It's GMT, clock's come back.
GMT. So it's
Greenwich
7:30.
Mean Time, yes.
That one. Anyway, so yes. So follow. We've also got a YouTube. Oh, he's Central.
He said, I don't know what time is it in Central?
Yeah, what time
Work
is it
out.
in Central? So we have a YouTube. Go onto our YouTube, Liches and Witches. You can find our older videos in there with our actual D&D campaign, playing through Ragtag Bunch. Obviously, like, subscribe, tell your friends. Try and get as much obviously people into it as possible. Ring the bell, the alert thing. Yeah, ring the bell. And we have D Live as well if you want to get us on D Live. And we have a Facebook page as well.
16, they're 5 hours.
16. 5 hours. Oh, fair. And we have a Facebook page. Literally, again, all you need to do on Google, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, type in Liches and Witches because we chose a name that no one else has. Hurrah for us! So you can find us on there. It's been a pleasure. We'll see you not next week, but the week after.
Yeah.
See you, bye.
Do Life of Dice on Instagram.
Oh yes. Was it Life of Dice?
Lightfoot Dice.
Of course. Lightfoot Dice on Instagram if you've got Instagram. He does his own dice making, which is great. And yes.
Come check it out. There'll be a Liches and Witches Insta page at some point when I can be asked to work it out.
Yeah, and Twitter as well.
And Twitter.
We have a wiki as well. I actually forgot to say we have a wiki, so you can also find loads of stuff.
We have a lot of time.
We have a lot of time on our
Yes.
hands when we're not at work, so you know. But anyway, pleasure. See you all next week, and thank you.
Bye again.
Bye again.